A couple things before we do get started, though. If you know someone who wants to play in a Geomeric game, I'd love to talk to them about either getting into a one-shot or joining the waitlist for a campaign slot. Speaking of one-shots, I have a one-shot coming up in about 2 weeks with Nerd Holla, who is a famous miniature painter. She does miniatures for people like Felicia Day and that kind of client. She's really good. Yep, she's an actress. She's really popular. The Guild, if you guys are not familiar with the Guild, she has done paintings for of the Guild for Felicia Day as miniatures. Yeah, so yep, and she is going to be joining us on March 13th. It is going to be a lot of fun. Tickets for that are still on sale over at geomeric.com, right on the front page, and there are only 2 left. So pick those up while you still can. March 13th, I believe that's a Thursday evening. Yep. But yeah, we did announce it over at Patreon first, over at patreon.com/GMEric. We do a lot of announcements over there, along with sneak peeks of art and other things. We also have the GM tip videos and archives over on YouTube. If you do watch those, do hit the thumbs up and comment. It does help me out a ton. It's great. We also have the clip contest currently going on in Discord, where you guys can go ahead and put your clips of any sessions in there and be automatically entered to win a prize at the end of the month. And apparently I just had an issue with the Discord, and so you guys should be able to hear everyone now.
Yay!
We also
We
have...
can be heard.
I will never take a vow of silence. If I do, I will explode in 5 minutes.
Yep. We also have the ToyvoaRPG.com reference site. Go check that out. We got hundreds of articles on there for you guys to check out. Tons and tons of fun stuff. All right.
It's a lot of shit. You need to go look at it.
I will check that out later. We got somebody in chat wanting to get followed. We will take a look. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get started here, because you guys came to play some D&D. We got a lot to cover today. So much to cover. All right. You guys are adventuring in the lands of Toyvoa. Specifically, we are far to the south here in Shatter Shaddai, where you guys have come seeking a way to gain revenge or get back at the person who poisoned Neve Dorcatus, and to reclaim Tyro's reputation, as such as it is, within the arcane library known as the Grand Library of Shatter Shaddai. Last week, you guys went around and tried to get endorsements and get set for the application process, and have found your way into the bazaar, where you guys purchased a bag of holding and opened it. After opening it, you discovered a variety of near useless items within, but have decided to prepare for a sleep study in order to gain an endorsement from Tariq. We had a bonus episode Saturday morning where most of the party arrived and discussed things and lore with the Us Against the Gods group and Covet Von Sin. That happened at the Temple of MKL, and then subsequently at Lucy's house. For the sake of brevity and consistency, that has happened in the past, and you guys got done with that and are now here, having achieved all of that and collected your bag of holding. So, as we find you guys on the city streets of Shatter Shaddai, it is 6 p.m. What would you guys like to do?
Get dinner.
Go to sleep.
It's 6 p.m. and we've got 3.5 hours before we need to show up to the sleep study.
Continue to exist in a state
We
of
need to
panic.
be there before 10. I want to start leaving at around 9:30.
How much would
See
they
again, 3.5 hours.
How much is an immovable rod, by the way?
If you can find one, they're fairly inexpensive.
Yeah, I'd like
Find
to.
one in my
like to see-
inventory, but hands off.
I'm not touching your rod, man. That's
No.
Oh my god.
yes, my child.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
I'd
started
like
that
to.
ship the other day, I think.
We started
did.
all the
Yes.
shit. Yes, last time.
Yep. So they are
Anyway.
fairly inexpensive at only 5,000 gold.
Inexpensive for the usual people. Can't afford it. Thank you very much. Wanted to double check.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I do have one question though, by the way. With the transcribing of scrolls of spellbooks into scrolls into spellbooks, does it have to be all in one time, or can I do like 2 hours out of a 6-hour session?
You can spread it out. And Lucy,
Okay.
you've been granted inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Hooray.
It's because I'm adorable. As a bulb dog.
We love you, Bulldog.
I love
Okay,
you both,
so
dog.
if no one else is going to do anything, Tyrannus is going to just start transcribing remove curse into his spellbook unless someone goes out.
Lots of people had ideas for doing things.
What do you mean,
Yeah, I
unless
feel
we
like-
go out? We're already
Ooh.
out.
Yeah,
Yep.
we were on our way out.
You guys
Okay.
were on your way to the sleep study. Is there anything you guys want to do before arriving at the sleep study? That's a no. Have you ever heard one? That's a no.
That is
We are
what you
ready to move forward.
Yeah,
We are
let's
ready to
open dream.
Cool.
I think that so much happened last time that we're like,
We had a double session
Remove-
last time,
Yeah.
so we're just like, all right, plot time, go.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, let's
All right.
go.
So you guys head in the direction of Tariq's tower. And here we go. As you guys approach the Mage Tower, it stands proud in the center of the city here. Not as the center, but in the center. And is ominous a little. You're coming here without an idea as to what you're going to be doing or participating in. Is
As
there-
long as no one put the glove on.
Well, that depends on you, doesn't it?
Maybe.
As you guys come up, the door is closed, and there's a guard in front of the door. He looks at you as you approach.
In our pajamas and holding pillows.
Yep.
Cloak still on.
Yeah, Zoe. All Zoe's got on is her green or her blue cloak. That's all she's got on right now.
She's naked.
You again.
Me.
I think Lucy definitely
just came on shift. I haven't seen you before.
They all look the same, heck. We're here for a sleep study.
we are here for a sleep study.
We're not supposed to say that about humans.
Yeah.
Oh man, the
Wow,
delivery.
a
is-
face palm 11 minutes in, is that a record?
Oh man.
No, I think we've done. I think we've done better.
A lot of individualizing markings or anything, but you can tell them apart.
Look, feather patterns are a little easier to differentiate.
Bullshit.
I mean, bullshit.
Tyra still thinks that I'm Sawyer and Sawyer's me.
Oh my god.
Exactly. The only thing that differentiates you is your physical height, because I could step on you accidentally, Zoya.
I
That
thought it
would
was
be a crime, sir.
No, it would be. I wouldn't dare do it to my friend. Anyway,
It would be
we're
an
here to
accident.
see.
Unfortunate one. We're
Yeah.
here for a sleep study.
Of
Yes,
course.
I am an accident.
Come on in. And he's
Thank
going
you.
to open the door for you guys. And as he does so, he's going to let you guys enter. And you guys can find yourselves headed into a luxurious living room. It looks like this. Huh?
A gray square.
That did not load properly. What happened here?
We're in the dreamscape. Oh no! Use your imagination, everyone.
Freddie,
We're
no!
already asleep.
The back
That's not
rooms.
good. What the heck happened here?
we
Yeah,
fell
we
into
went
the
into the back
rooms.
Yeah.
By the way,
We're in
Serena,
the-
I got you.
Reload the page. If you guys reload the web page, it'll pop up.
Okay.
Well, he already took it down, so.
Oh, never mind then.
Oh
By the way,
no.
Serena, Matilda, I got your DM. Yes, I told you.
All right. Checking. Why did that not load properly?
Because, oops, I did it again.
Yeah, the art for Tariq's living room did not pop up properly. One moment, guys.
Oh,
We
the
will
most
get this fixed.
luxurious room.
It is a very
Beautiful,
pretty room.
absolutely
Yes.
It is so
Describe
pretty.
it to us as you are loading it in.
We'll all close our eyes.
Yeah,
Think
we're going to
vertically.
sleep here.
It's the
Theater of the
theater of the
mind.
mind
Like
time.
Theater of the
D&D
mind,
players
yeah.
all-
All right.
Touch
So,
it.
with the theater of the mind, you guys look at this room. It is 2 stories tall. It is round in nature. The room smells strongly of lavender and is nice and warm. It's an inviting place that nearly causes you to fall asleep just by walking in. It's hard to stifle that. Yeah. As you do so, yes,
I was just gonna say, what if you put the picture in the Discord server?
I've
so
got
that
it.
We can see.
It'll work.
Yep.
We're getting there.
That sounds like a threat.
Just let him do his thing, Tyro.
Wow.
Hush.
Oh, that's pretty.
That's really pretty.
This is every person who likes the color purple's dream room, because
Mm.
if someone likes the color purple, they'll let you know about it.
Color purple's a lie.
Color purple.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is.
We know
It is
we're
dark blue
not.
for you.
Pink and purple do not exist.
As you guys walk in, you look around at all the plants and beautiful flowers. And you realize whoever did this room has good taste.
So, is your interior designer named Serena?
You will hear a voice, I'm afraid not, but welcome.
Is your house?
And
There it is, behind Matilda.
Tariq comes around the corner to greet you guys.
Oh
Welcome
gosh,
to my
sorry, you
home.
blend into the room. I'm sorry, you blend into the room. You just appeared.
I do that from time to time. But welcome. I did not wish to cause any discomfort.
Not at all. This is really comfortable.
I'm glad. Is there anything you need in order to be comfortable for your sleep study? Or did you have any questions before we begin?
Do I have to be alone for my sleep study? Can I have a snuggle buddy?
Oh, of course.
I'm good then.
I do not volunteer as a plushie.
But you're the proper size.
She glares at Tyro.
Look, I'm just saying this as somebody who's been told that sleeping next to them is like sleeping next to either a Brillo pad or a stone.
Is there some pairing off that you would like to do?
Lucy?
Not here. No. Thank you.
Of course.
Actually, I have a question. How is this going to work? Are we going to be sleeping in a communal area? Will we go to our own designated rooms? What's the procedure?
You will be provided with a room. And we will be attempting a certain kind of magical spell, which is why I've asked you all here. We are going to attempt a communal dream.
Ooh.
This
Oh,
only
interesting.
works if people cooperate and do not fight against the magic.
Man, you must hate elves for this stuff.
They can choose to
Come on.
dream whenever they choose. They can sleep whenever they choose. It's only that magic cannot put them to sleep. You will not be forced to sleep, of course. I wouldn't want you to feel any discomfort. After all, that would taint the results.
Tariq,
Yes?
this may impact the study, but I'm not sure. I have been to the Feywild and I have been impacted by it. And I've had some influence in my dreams due to it. Will that affect the study at all?
He will take a clipboard and write down the notes. Perhaps, but we will learn from it.
Yes, the difference between science and mucking around is writing the results down as way up.
Gosh.
Do you still wish
I
to
am a
participate?
terrible scientist.
Of course. I'm just wondering if anything would go wrong or not.
I'm uncertain.
All right, then. I've taken bigger risks. Let's do this.
Let's go. So, which way, Yuri?
He will walk you guys up a flight of stairs to the second floor, and there is a series of 12 doors that you guys can choose from. They all lead to identical rooms. So, is anyone pairing up with Lucy?
No.
Unfortunate.
All right.
Rude.
So, Lucy,
Look,
it appears
hold
that
on.
you will
You
have to
want
be alone.
Hold on.
Kier?
Hold on. Here waits and gives like everyone else the opportunity to volunteer, and he's like, eventually his shoulders will slump, and he looks at her and he says, "Just snuggle buddies."
Just snuggles.
Okay.
And Lucy's gonna clap her hands together because Kira's definitely the last person she expected, but she remembers like how he kind of warmed up to Neve, so she's kind of got a soft spot for him now because of that.
Oh. Looks like Lotley's got some competition, eh? And he just nudges, lucky bastard.
No. We're gonna be besties. That's all.
No, I understand.
She's
that. Plus,
gonna
as I
do
said-
Kira's hair.
Plus, I would have offered, but I don't know how you do with horned individuals. I have hit someone before,
Just
accidentally.
handles.
Ooh, French braid, right down the top, right down the middle, all the way down.
Right?
F who?
Yep.
You.
What's a French braid?
It's a braid,
Not an American
but it
one?
really likes cheese.
Somebody educate this man.
It is a series
make
of
it
hair.
look
It's a
covered.
hairstyle, sir, where the braid is inverted and braided from the back against the skull.
Oh,
So
okay.
instead of making like a ponytail and then braiding from there, the braid starts farther up on the head and you weave.
There, I put one in.
Nah.
Yeah, I put one in chat.
Actually,
There you go.
Tyrannus just thinks about it like, you know what? I'll be the snuggle buddy if you want to do that to my hair. That looks badass.
Yeah, it's really comfortable to wear your hair like that underneath a helmet.
Yeah, Tyrannus just like pats his head in the 1 foot of just hair.
Uh-huh.
So up to you,
It'll look
Lucy.
good
You
on
get the
you.
half. You get the half orc, or you get the oversized kobold.
Oh well, Kira volunteered first, so.
That's fine. Tyrannus will go to his own room.
I'll
then.
braid your hair.
There you go. And Tyrannus is going to just grab Matilda by the wrist and purposely skip.
I didn't think you'd be so happy about this. But look where we go.
No. He's not happy. He's just doing it to be a shit.
Oh, it's okay. Matilda can't tell the difference.
I know.
So I guess I got the birds.
You got the birds.
But I do know the words.
Grenak,
Eh.
any interest in nest making? Would you like to join us?
Net
Oh my
making.
god, yes.
We might as well. That way we are all at least semi-grouped together.
Yay.
Okay, and Zoe's gonna like just grab a whole bunch of pillows from the corner of a room.
I just have one question out of character for Hecken. Does Hecken do the full bird thing of like they take a piece of paper for nest and they start like chewing it up to make ribbons and shit? Do you do that with the pillows?
No. I'm an
Okay.
Aarakocra.
Right. Just making sure.
Right? Yeah.
In the
Tyra,
city.
That's like
It was-
asking, do you regularly just lay out on sunny rocks?
They realize
Those
you
on
are a lizard. Your problems mean nothing anymore.
Those on Twitch can't see it, but my bed is right behind my computer chair, and I have totally jumped into a sunny patch because my window faces west.
Nice.
If I'm
So-
making a nest out of
That's the
paper, I
wrong
use
person.
tools.
Ah, right.
Ah, excellent. Scissors. Yeah. Perfect. All right, Tyro, let's give you a warrior's hairstyle.
Cool. Tony's just
Braid
pulled
'em all
he's
cute.
down to his
Braid 'em all
boxes now.
All right, cool. We're gonna braid up Tyro's hair before bed.
And
Okay.
you almost look like. One thing you also notice is that Tyro's almost meditating while you do this.
Perfect.
Cross-legged, eyes closed.
That means he's
The-
quiet.
The calmest he's been in years.
Ever.
Centuries
Actually-
have passed before Tyronius will ever be this calm again.
Actually, hang on. I'm gonna roll something. But Matilda, Eric, do you mind if I ask Matilda to roll a perception check?
Sure.
A perception check. Okay.
Oh no.
Thank you with an 11.
Tyronius is purring. I rolled against it,
Yep.
and it was a deception check. I don't have good deception. It was a 3 on the dice.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's happening.
Dragons are just big cats. I have said this from
Sure.
the day. Anyway. But yeah, he's quiet.
All right, cool. I'll finish up braiding your hair so that it'll be all ready for bedtime.
Braid 'em all cute. Braid 'em
And
all
it's the-
cute.
All right. So, as you guys come up to the bedrooms, Tariq will hand you each a key to lock your door. So you were undisturbed. Do you guys want to go into your individual rooms?
Yeah.
Once he goes in.
Individual as they get.
Okay.
Yep.
So I have Lucy and Kier together.
I'm making a giant pillow nest with Heckin.
Okay. Zoya and Hekin.
I'm also with the
And-
birds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Granak is with the birds. All right. Matilda, are you and Tyro together, or are you individuals?
Up to you, big girl. I don't wanna
What?
hone in on Renariel's territory.
Whatever, it's a sleep study.
Okay. Pair up.
Sure, we're gonna be sleeping.
Okay.
At least maybe this way we'll start at the same location in the shared dream. That seems like it would be
Maybe.
useful. That's good study material.
Cool. Alright. Yep, we'll pair up and go to a room, and yeah, Tyrion's just gonna lay on his belly because he doesn't want to damage the pillows.
Oh,
Here's the
that's
bedroom.
pretty.
That you
No.
are given.
I wonder if the symbols on the walls are part of the study.
Can I do an Arcana check and see if I see any symbols around the room?
You see symbols around the room. As you guys open the door,
Oh, to recognize.
Here- just a second.
Oh.
As you open the door, the warmth of this room is palpable. The scent of vanilla and lavender mixed on the air suffuses the room and immediately makes you guys drowsy. There's something in the air that's very soothing. Tyronius, you look at the wall. Please roll your Arcana check as you step into this exceedingly quiet space.
Oh, nearly a 20. That's a 26.
You can hear the crackle of the candles because it is so quiet in here. With a 26, the runes and magic circles on the wall and ceiling are observation runes. These are different scrying circles that will allow the room to be observed remotely during the sleep study.
Alright, I'm gonna pass that information on to Matilda. Just it's a no doy moment, but we are actively being watched, not just put in a room and trust me, bro.
The circle on the ceiling is a divination circle that will be able to detect thoughts during the dreaming.
Again, passing this on to Serena. So
To Matilda?
Matilda's getting ready to go to bed. She's like, what? She's
Oh.
like got the bed sheets up and is already like climbing in. What?
oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna let you know. This is full on surveillance. This is the opposite of if you were to be what is it? Those little baubles that stop you from being scryed on. They can see everything, and there's even thought detection circle up here. And again, Tonyus gets into bed and either lays on one side or on his belly because he doesn't want to damage the nice pillows.
Thought detection, right?
Yes, so they can see the dreams. But
Oh,
it
I thought it was
will-
so that they could see what we're thinking right now.
I mean, they'll be able to do that too. That's just part of the territory. See, to summarize it very quickly, detect thoughts spell, there's layers to it. You can detect surface thoughts, or that you can dive deeper, but you can resist it if you're trained against it, or like learn to detect it. So if you picture Renariel in nothing but his birthday suit, they will see it.
Oh no.
No.
Well, somebody just got an eyeful.
Quick, don't think about a baseball being thrown by a cat. See, they just did it. You just did it.
Meow.
All right. So, Zoya, Heckin, and Grenak, you guys enter your bedroom, yes?
Yes.
The California King bed. It has plenty of room for nesting and still plenty of space to not necessarily touch each other.
I'm going to tear down those curtain drapes and curtains
Okay.
and add them to the nest.
Bang!
They're going to get added to the
Zoya-
nest. Very well. Do you
Zoya
do so?
is building-
Just a second. Do you tear them down roughly, or do you do so carefully by removing them from the curtain rods?
Yes, if they look like they can be removed carefully, I do so.
Okay, very well. Zoya?
She's going to use most of the pillows that are on the bed to make a nest up at the top there, above the bed on the little
Okay.
loft.
Cool. All right.
Oh, you're light so you won't fall through it. That's cool.
Yeah.
We then pan to Kier and Lucy. Kier or Lucy, who enters the room first?
Lucy does.
Lucy, as you enter the room, the magic circle on the ceiling lights up.
Oh. Lucy would probably wonder why.
Roll an Arcana
Should
check,
wonder hard
please.
enough for an Arcana.
Yep, yeah, you guys can roll an Arcana check because this is the only person who the rooms light up for.
It's funny.
Okay, I will tell
Ooh.
Lucy.
Actively being investigated.
You are a wanted individual. Start running.
Known individual.
¿Por qué no los dos?
You are wanted, Tim. She's a known individual.
Oh,
I'm wanted.
Please. Yeah, he's wanted. I'm not wanted at all.
Does that make sense, Lucy?
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind if
What
we go
happened?
with that?
Yes. I like that. That's
Okay.
funny.
Would you like me to reveal to the party what that is?
Sure.
The circle on the ceiling is a circle of thought detection.
Ah, I get it.
I
don't.
Wow.
That hoe over there. THOT.
That's good. That was good. That's
Oh.
clever. I like that.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So, as you walk
That
into
is-
the room, here, the circle on the ceiling flared for a moment when she walked in and then faded.
Neat.
You walk in and the circle goes even dimmer.
No.
Oh,
That that has him narrowing his eyes a bit. Like,
Should I
what
be
the
embarrassed? Is
Well,
my,
he
is
has
my
no
honor-
context. He has no context.
No context whatsoever.
no.
True, but the magic's scoffing you.
It doesn't like nerds.
I mean,
that's clearly what's going on here.
To be fair, at least we know that we've got the yin and yang. Inside Lucy, there is some purity. Inside Kia, there is some dirty.
We'll see. So, does everyone go to bed? And is there anything that we want to just cover before we go to sleep? As you guys will begin to feel drowsy.
I do want to ask, just how does Lucy cuddle?
Lucy?
Lucy.
whole body.
Lucy, well, because this is Lucy's first time snuggling with a party member, and she knows in the last couple of days she's experienced that this party feels very
Divided.
prudish. Prudish is the word I'm looking
There's the
for.
word. There's the word.
Conservative.
Conservative. There it is. She'll
Speak for
actually keep her
yourself.
pajamas on and just kind of tuck herself into like Kier's armpit and just like snuggle up against his
Alright.
side.
Face
Alright,
front or
that's-
face
that's-
back?
That's surprisingly chaste.
Huh?
Face front, face back.
Face front.
Okay.
Right? Kier is blushing and very like clinical with the skin-to-skin contact, but doesn't shove you away or anything.
Cool.
Listen, you have one job. So-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't shove you away. He embraces it. He's just like, all right, she's touching me, and she's gonna touch me however that is comfortable for her. Okay, the
He's
touching is
got one
happening.
job on this ship.
Yep. So that's pretty much. And she'll kind of mumble about doing his hair in the morning and probably fall asleep fairly quick.
Okay.
Kier will take a little longer to fall asleep just because, like, he's
Heart rate's
just
accelerated.
staring at the ceiling, accelerated heart rate. I volunteered for this. He'll think to himself his sleep finally takes him.
All right. Anyone else want to do anything before we go to sleep? No?
Uh,
All right.
I mean, not something that I do in here because it'd get me in trouble.
So, yeah, considering Matilda's in the room.
Oh no, it's not with Matilda. It's performing magic.
Hmm. All
Look,
right.
we've established Tyro's got no game. There's no magic in the bedroom.
No comment.
Yeah, Zoya's going to weave her bleh, her cloak of +1 protection into her nest.
Okay. All right. So, as you guys grow drowsy, you feel the magic weigh down upon you, and you will each, unless you resist, fall asleep. As you do so, it's peaceful and quiet. The bed is warm and comfortable. This is a lot nicer than most places you've slept in. And as you begin to dream, you feel almost like you awaken. Your eyes blink for a moment to find yourselves in a vast space. The air here is thick with dust and silence, broken only by the turning of the distant whisper of turning pages. Though no hands move them, towering shelves loom in every direction. Their ancient tomes locked behind shimmering glass. Each volume is bound in iron clasps and inscribed with runes of warding. You can feel the weight of knowledge pressing down, not with welcome, but with judgment. A corridor stretches outwards before you, lined with doors of onyx and gold, the handles frosted over as they are as cold as the void. Some of the doors are bound in chains that twitch as if they are alive, struggling to keep whatever's behind the doors there. Others seem to breathe, gently pulsing in a slow, rhythmic glow, waiting. At the end of this passage stands a door unlike the others. Vast and monolithic, its surface rippling like liquid shadow. Silver chains wrap around it in endless loops. Each link is engraved with a name long since forgotten. The sigil at its center pulses green, Whoom. 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 And with every flicker, the room around you seems to dim, as if light itself does not linger here. Something watches you from beyond this door. You feel it. Though you see nothing, a presence lurking behind the threshold, patient and knowing, as if it had been waiting for you to arrive. The silence deepens, and a voice, cold and unhurried, slithers into your mind. You seek entrance, but knowledge is never given, only taken. Tell me, what are you willing to lose?
It depends on the weight of the knowledge you are offering for us to take.
Gear will look around to make sure all of his friends are there and just say, "You all heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
Report.
Don't start
Are
with
we
me,
all
Tyro."
in the same space?
You look
Yeah,
around and you do not see each other.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, never mind. We are not talking
You
to
are
each other.
each having the same dream, but you do not see each other here.
Okay.
Guess we should take turns then.
So,
Go ahead. Go down the
Lucy,
line.
what would you be willing to lose?
Lucy's going to say that she would be willing to lose who she is,
Ooh.
who she presents herself to be.
The door begins to breathe inwards, and you feel yourself drawn towards it. As the sigil begins to flare outwards, Zoya, what would you be willing to lose?
She's not going to answer right away, but she is going to say, it depends on the weight of the knowledge you are offering to take. That is what determines what I will be willing to lose.
There's no response.
She thinks for a moment, and she's looking around at all these bound books, bound and worded books, and she looks back at the door. I do not trust whatever you are, or whoever you are, whenever you are. But since you are a stranger to my mind, I am only willing to give as much as I see fit.
As you say this, the sigil pulses, and you feel yourself disapproved of. The disdain and judgment of disappointment in your decision.
She folds her wings up, and
And as
she
you are about to do so,
Okay.
Tyro, what would you be willing to lose?
Tyranius just looks square at the sigil and says, "My magical prowess. I have lost much of my past, but I will not I will not give up my future. But if I have to choose, magical prowess."
Tyro, you feel your veins begin to burn, and then your fingers and toes begin to go cold as if ice is chilling them. You feel the burning rise up your arm and the chill following it. The burning reaches your chest and up through your throat, and coming out of your nose and mouth, you watch as the raw primal energy of magic is torn from you and headed towards the sigil that gapes open like an enormous maw. The darkness is impenetrable. Then we go to Hecken. What would you be willing to lose?
I lost a sock the other day. I suppose I'd be willing to lose my life if it meant saving Tyra's or Matilda's or Grenax or Kia's or Zoya's or even Lucy's if she means what she says.
Hecken, you feel a surge of pride wash over you, and you for a moment hear the chants of angels washing over you in celebration of your decision. As you feel this exultation, the sigil before you on this massive door begins to part. And as it does so, the door begins to crack open, revealing a holy radiance pouring out across the ground towards you. Kier, what would you be willing to lose?
Kier spends a while hemming and hawing. Like, he starts to say something several times and then catches himself. And eventually he'll draw in a breath and say, if it means accomplishing my goals and protecting those I care about, with the exception of those I seek to protect, everything's negotiable.
Here, the sigil spits out a large purse onto the ground. It clatters, and 40 pieces of silver roll out of it to your feet.
What's this?
As you say, what's this? You feel curious. Do you reach down for the coins?
Yeah, like, I'd want to inspect them.
As you reach down and are about to touch the coin, Grenek, what would you be willing to lose?
Gernok would sit there for a good while, really considering it. But finally come to a decision on what to actually offer. I would give the rest of my travels to have the information that I both seek / want. The journey might as well be complete at that point. What point is there to keep going forward with that when all that I seek is to be done? I'd rather teach, settle down, let others go on with the journey. Let me share the knowledge.
Grenek, the sigil before you fades slowly into an ashen ring, still engraved on the door. You feel your back arch. It's stretching downwards, and you feel the slow crawl of arthritis in your hand, and you see a cane there, an old friend from hundreds of years. Supporting your weight on it is the only way you can stay standing. The sigil reflects the image of you, Granek, ancient and old, tired and worn. Matilda, what would you be willing to lose?
Remind me again what I'm trading for.
You seek entrance, but knowledge is never given, only taken. Tell me, what are you willing to lose?
Matilda looks around. Is there anything in here that looks like it can be picked up? Or, wait, we're in a dream. It's a dream. She holds her hands out, and she imagines the feel of her armor, the weight of her shield. Is it there?
Yes.
To the sigil, and almost to herself, she says, if knowledge is taken and not given, then I give nothing. I throw away my fear. I throw away all of my anxiety. I'm coming in. And she starts walking directly towards it.
And as you walk directly towards it, the sigil opens. Inside, you hear the roar of a crowd as the doors open into an arena. Before the dream shifts, you smell instead the scent of roasted meat. I'm sorry. Yes. You smell the scent of roasted meat and spiced wine hanging thick in the air. Cloying and indulgent. Wrong.
Mm-mm.
Before you stretches a grand banquet hall, its vaulted ceiling lost in the flickering glow of chandeliers made of bone. The long table groans beneath the weight of a decadent feast. Golden breads, ripe fruits bursting with juice, steaming meats carved and plated with exquisite care. Goblets of deep crimson wine sit at every place, untouched. And before you, a single skeleton awaits. Golden and plated, a voice slithers through the silence, low and knowing, curling through your thoughts like smoke. So many have come before you, each believing they would leave this place unmarked. They feasted, they drank, they made their vows, and still no one remembers their names. The goblets tremble, the fruit blackens and rots, the meats bleed anew, steaming with something colder than death. The skeleton before you turns to face you. You have been tasted already. The first bite was who you are. The second was what you would lose. The feast is not yet finished. Tell me, what part of yourself will you surrender next? A chair at the head of the table slides back. an invitation, a warning. And from the skeleton before you, a sound. Not words, not breath, but the dry rasp of hunger, unsated. Matilda, what would you do?
Matilda would do an entire lap of this room. Is there anyone here other than the skeleton?
You go lapping around the room. There are other skeletons in the corners of the room, but they are inanimated. The one golden skeleton follows you with eyeless sockets.
And as I said before, I give nothing.
Then you stay.
I give you.
The skeleton's head tilts slightly to the side. It's curious.
Is it possible for me to pick up the skeleton?
As you reach out to give it violence, the cold of the skeleton draws into your hands and you feel its enormous weight as you lift it bodily up into the air. What do you want to do?
Princess carry the skeleton over to the chair and put him in the chair.
As you
Or
do
it in
so,
the chair.
the skeleton is consumed. It turns to a powdery gold and falls apart. It reappears in the previous chair. They did not choose that.
What did you
I
choose?
know what you have given, and I accept. Rennick, what would you give?
I already did mine.
This is a
Granik
different
did his
one.
journey. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, are we going backwards through the...
We're going backwards now.
Oh, okay.
So would I have remembered that I've already offered?
You said what you were willing to lose. This is what are you willing to give?
Oh. What would I give? Crap, I was last and I had a lot of time to think.
Milton looks balefully at you, waiting.
I see the skeleton this time?
Yep. It's on the screen.
Yeah, just he wasn't there last time.
Right.
Now that I see a thing, can I roll like a religion check on him?
Sure.
That's unfortunate. I'm gonna inspiration that.
Okay. We're going to use inspiration on this.
That was still unfortunate.
Well, not as bad as
Inspiration.
before.
You do not recognize this as a religious icon. There's no religious iconography here other than the fact that it's a skeleton, which you have a skeleton inside you.
Yeah, I was hoping I could figure out like if he was related to like a deity related to knowledge or something.
Granak, you've been granted inspiration.
Neat.
It wasn't me this time.
But I've already gotten my results, so I can't re-roll it. So, what would I be willing to give? I've already offered. Yeah, no. Even in character, I would be just as flabbergasted.
Okay. You feel yourself drawn towards the chair at the head of the table. You feel one step followed by another.
And I'm just walking towards the chair, you said?
Yes, sir.
Like, opposed to him?
Yep.
I would not want to sit down even if I felt myself being pulled that way.
Okay.
But as I get close to him, I would say, I could give you a story.
You feel the draw of the chair stop. The skeleton steeples the chair, steeples his fingers, and tilts his head. And as you are about to tell the story, we ask Kier. Kier, you find yourself in this situation. What are you willing to sacrifice?
You mean give?
Give. Yes.
So this skeleton, he's at a table. He's got some food in front of him. Is there like a glass of wine?
There
is
is.
that a thing I see?
Yes, sir.
Is there like a bottle of wine somewhere in the room?
You see some, yes.
Is there a barrel of wine?
No.
Kier will say, I will give acts of service. And to show this, he will take the bottle of wine and start pouring the skeleton some more.
The skeleton faces you, takes the goblet after it is full, holds it in its hand, and pours the glass of wine through its open jaws, down its open throat, and across its rib cage.
Kier's eyes boggle at this display.
As the fluid pours around it, the skeleton puts the goblet down. And, Tekken, what would you be willing to give?
I don't know if this is in character, but Hecken's going to say, I'm going to give you some advice. You shouldn't drink wine, it'll go right through you.
Mic drop. All the skeletons rise up from the corner.
All right.
And they all die again.
Does Hecken say that, or is that the great pun, the great joke? Would that be?
Yeah, let's say Hecken said that. She had some time to think.
Okay.
She's already offered to give up her life, so she thinks maybe some humor or some clever wittiness will help.
The skeleton before you begins to chuckle at this, and as it does so, its mouth begins to clack open and close with laughter. Clack, 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 clack.
Gosh.
Tyro,
Great.
what would you be willing to give?
I'd be willing to give a good meal. I could give you a good curry.
The skeleton looks expectantly and pushes the plate of rotted stuff off the table and then holds the plate out for you.
So I'm going to, again, try and imagine myself at least having a kitchen, like kitchenette and such.
Okay.
With rice, like spices, a little bit of yogurt, and some chicken.
A black and gold cart for tableside service appears next to you.
Okay, it's going to have, if it's Tyranius guiding this, it's going to have 2 servings of butter chicken. Actually, no, sorry, 1 serving of butter chicken and a chicken tikka masala.
Okay.
So they're always a good
that
pairing.
sounds so good.
Exactly.
Do you serve that to the skeleton?
Yes, I'm going to give the butter chicken first off. And then just stand. Stand behind back and watching.
As the skeleton takes a fork and knife and punctures the juicy chicken, the butter flows out. So yeah, what would you be willing to give?
I would be willing to give a listening ear to any troubles that you are wanting to get off of your mind.
Zoya, you hear a voice whispering about a bad day, about how a dog died, how his cat got run over by a wagon, how his wife left him for another man. You hear a second voice, and a third, a 10th, 200 voices, 1,000 voices complaining about every possible thing you can imagine. A million
collapses.
voices begin to rack through your brain.
Oh no.
She has collapsed onto the floor.
Lucy?
Someone's ever been on to 4chan?
Lucy, what would you give?
And the chair is like still like the chair is like waiting for me to sit down.
Yes.
Lucy sits down and she's like, I will give you my presents and a promise. And she just says that with a smile on her face.
The skeleton raises the goblet in a toast.
And she will grab one of the goblets and, return his toast.
As the
She won't-
skeleton
She won't drink it, but she'll return the toast.
as you do the gesture, the two glasses will chink chink together, and the vision will shift once again to here. This room is a perfect circle of black stone. Its walls are polished to a mirror sheen. Yet when you glance at your reflection, something is wrong. The figures staring back are not your own. Not quite, Lucy. Their faces are yours, but their eyes are hollow, their expressions twisted into something unfamiliar. Regret? Malice? A cruel amusement. They move when you do, but a fraction too late, as if considering whether to follow at all. Then the reflections stop. You move, but they do not. One by one, they turn their heads towards a central figure among them. A shadowed doppelganger of you seated upon an invisible throne. It watches you with a patient, knowing eyes. Your own eyes, yet filled with a darkness that runs deeper than mere shadow. A voice echoes, not from the figure, but from within your mind, soft, amused, poisonous. Did you really believe that the knife would never be turned against you? Every trust is a weight placed in another's hand. Every oath is a chain waiting to be broken. You hunt a betrayer. But tell me, little wanderer, how many footsteps behind you does your own shadow tread? And when the time comes, will you be the one holding the dagger? A single crack spreads across the mirrored floor beneath you, splintering outward like a web of fractures. The figure, your own reflection, smiles. Each of you watch as all the mirrors shatter.
Oh, we're all in this scenario now?
Each of you is.
Oh, okay.
We're all experiencing the same dream at the same time and going through everyone's revelations simultaneously.
Okay.
As the mirror beneath your feet shatters, you feel yourselves fall. You feel the rush of wind before landing here on a bridge before the vastness of eternity and the celestial heavens. The world around you is silent. No wind, no birds, no breath. Only the sound of your own heart and your own footsteps. You shift your feet, and the sound is hollow against the endless bridges stretching before you. You feel their presence rise and fall. They crisscross far in the distance, beyond where you can see, through a void too distant to measure. The space around you is made of ancient stone, worn smooth by the passage of untold souls. The space is distant, yet far too close. You hear a tone, a bell. It tolls once. A soundless chime that rattles your bones, calling something forth.
A dog, apparently.
Shadows stir in the corners of your mind. Faceless things wreathed in pale mist, clinging to the air like a sigh on the cusp of vanishing. They do not walk. They do not reach. They only watch. Then the voice through the silence, not spoken, but known, a whisper behind your ribs, an echo from within your heart, an echo of something half remembered. All who walk these bridges, walk this library, belong to them. Some cross, some fall, some become part of the path. Another stone beneath the feet of the living. Tell me, where will you stand when the tolling ends? A bridge ahead begins to splinter, its edges unraveling like frayed thread. Another bends as if it was never meant to bear your weight, and yet that bell in the distance tolls. One step forward, and the ground beneath your feet may betray you. One step back, and the watching shadows may claim you. There is no map, no guide, only distance and the endless space. The silent dead, and the knowledge that not all crossings are meant to be completed. Lucy, what would you do? Did we lose Lucy?
She's still muted from the dogs.
Yes, I was. Lucy would take a deep breath. Kind of look around. Is everyone with her, or is she still by herself?
You are still by yourself.
I think she would take a step forward.
Okay. As you take the step forward, you hear the echo of your footfall as it echoes across the space. It's deafening, and you feel yourself thrill with the challenge and risk. Zoya? What
Have
would
the
you do?
voices stopped in her head?
Yes.
Okay. She is starting to get upset, and she has been deemed as disappointing. She has been abused for a act of kindness she tried granting, so she's gonna bend the rules. She is going to fly, not walk, forwards.
As you take flight, Zoya, the freedom of flight in this space is dizzying. The thrill of victory washes over you. Pride in who you are and knowing who you are is confident and reassuring. Tyro, what would you do?
Tyronius is going to look across the bridge and just, picture Leslie's, just picture Leslie and remember what got her ahead and what he trusted in her, and he's going to just do the same and just walk forward with absolute conviction, eyes forward on the goal, and just keep walking.
As you walk into the distance, you will fade from existence and memory,
Goodbye.
wrapped in
Again?
mist.
Gosh.
Heckin, what would you do?
You said the bridge is a little sketchy at some points.
Yes.
Hecken's going to look for a spot that looks like there's a gap that someone could fall through, and
Okay.
we'll stretch us across it and get ready to help others across.
As you stretch out to help others across, you feel a hand reach out for help.
I'll grab it.
You look down and you see a little gnome with pink hair, bright green eyes, wearing an apron. They look like they just walked out of a bakery. With hope in their eyes at your grasp, you hear two words. Thank you. Kier,
Oh, aren't you cute?
what would you do?
So, as soon as the voice finishes the sentence, "Tell me where will you stand when the tolling ends," Kier starts sprinting.
Okay.
Panic, too afraid to run away, he runs forward.
Good, Kier.
Too afraid to run away, Kier runs forward.
All right. As you run forward, Kier, you feel the ground beneath your feet shift in a familiar and not uncomfortable way, but in a way that is unpleasant. It's the deck of a ship as the ground begins to sway, and you hear a voice from behind you of Ashlyn Delise. Kier!
You picked out there.
Kier! And Kier,
Do I respond to that, or
Nope,
does
that's it.
the scene change?
The scene changes to Granek.
He hits double time. That's what he does.
There's a brown streak across the bridge now. Sorry.
Afterburners go.
Where do you think the knock comes from?
Yeah.
All right, Granek, what would you do? Where will you stand?
Granok will look up at the gorgeous starry night, doom and gloom all in all, take a nice deep breath, and go, finally an easy one. Reach out both of his hands, not caring if anyone's there or not, and begin the journey again.
As you begin your journey, you feel the thrill of a new adventure awaiting you, the unknown, and already skipping your step, sir. Matilda, where will you stand when the bell stops tolling?
Well, not here, that's for damn sure. Let's see, is there a gate or something up ahead? It's hard to see.
There is.
She's going to vault it, go up over the top in a single jump, straight up to that railing right there, and then over the top and keep running.
As with a superhuman leap, powered by the dream realm that you have claimed for your own, you feel that thrill of absolute power and athleticism. As you land, Matilda, the dreams for all of you will shift to a vast chamber lined with towering bookshelves that stand in a grand lecture hall. The space is bathed in a cold, colorless light, and an illumination without source reveals people seated here listening to three figures at the far end giving a lecture. You see the class here in this room with rapt attention, listening to words you do not understand or comprehend. The language is foreign to you, and it enters your mind in a most unpleasant and piercing way. The room shudders around you as if exhaling, and you hear spines within each of these students cracking, and a voice from the front, the central face, is gazing directly at you, its eyes locked on yours, as if piercing to your soul. The wise know that wisdom is a debt, and all debts must be paid. Tell me, what will you forget to know what you seek? Matilda, what will you forget to find what you seek? To know what you seek. Sorry. The wise know that the wisdom is a debt, and all debts must be paid.
Thanks.
I will forget the feeling of rejection.
As you say that, you feel a weight fall off you, and you hear the clatter of irons fall to the ground, clattering. Manacles now lay at your feet. Grenek, what will you forget to know what you seek? Grenek?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
You can hear the gears turning.
Listen, my guy's a lot smarter than me technically. 20 intelligence is a lot of intelligence.
All good.
You can still be a dumbass. Tyro and Kier prove that.
Thank you for saying your name as well.
All right.
Like I said in the Discord as well,
I've
I've had a bunch of explosions going off on the outside, so I just constantly been getting distracted. So my chain of thought is real slow right now.
Understood.
Okay.
What would I forget? I would forget the loss of not knowing people in my. It's so hard to not know the people. I wasn't. Whatever. So I'm also just real tired today too. So.
Okay. Do you want me to go ahead and move on?
Idea.
Go ahead and move on. I'll come back to me. I want to
Understood.
figure out how I want to say what I want to say.
Sure. Cool. All right, Kier. What will you forget to know what you seek?
I will forget the pain that holds me back.
As you do so, Kier, you feel a relief that comes over you. It's pleasant, and you feel a freedom of relaxation. Stress is gone, and you feel brave. You feel like you could take on the world. Hecken, what will you forget to know what you seek?
You think I would have had time to think of a good answer? I'm gonna forget my past mistakes and not apply them to new situations.
Okay. As you forget your past mistakes, you realize that sometimes mistakes are simply learning opportunities, ways that we learn. Tyro, what will you forget to know what you seek?
Tyrannus gets pissed at this. He clenches his fist and goes, Forget. Forget, what can I remember? I have had so much ripped from my mind, a debt is owed to me. And I, if anything, am the person who is owed the most knowledge. If the why, if, what was it that they said? Sorry. Hang on. Trying to find Eric's actual...
The wise know that wisdom is a debt.
Yeah. The wise know, if the wise know that wisdom is a debt and all debts must be paid, then the wise have a debt to me. I am in my own supposed home, a stranger and persona non grata. No, I am the one who is owed here. So what do you owe me for forgetting everything? If anything is to be forgotten, it is the rage, the pain, the confusion at my goddamn situation, where I cannot even greet my family. The ones that I supposedly have held dear to me, taken away. And here, the cosmos is asking me for more. You know what? Fuck you, and fuck you. All three of yous look like a bad band. That's him.
Tyro, you will remember. You'll remember crawling out from the corpse of the great gold dragon that spawned you, encircled by the necromantic circle as you slough off the body of the creature that caused you to gain life. You remember rising in the face of the mustachioed wizard who looks down at you with pride. So yeah.
Sorry, I just want to add, Tyrannus is going to start crying. But, sorry, guys.
Zoya looks up at these figures.
What will you forget to know what you seek?
I will forget nothing because my memories make me who I am today. You better understand that.
Zoya, the space begins to get cold and you feel anchors and chains wrap up around you, binding you to the floor. You are unable to move. You feel a muzzle wrapped across your face. Lucy, what will you forget to know what you seek?
Lucy kind of considers this because she knows she's participating in this mostly to get everybody else into the library. She's already got the library card. She can go in as she pleases. She's not particularly looking for anything. This is really just a favor that she's doing for Neve and the crew. So she kind of hems and haws. She's like, well, I could forget what my favorite food tastes like and then discover it again. Or I could forget that Neve tore my one dress that I really liked that one time, but like it was really good afterwards. And then she kind of gets serious and she's like, I would forget every night I had with Nafis for the betrayal that I feel in this job he's given me. I'd like to very much forget that he ever meant something to me.
Lucy, you feel a coldness, an emotionless dispassion for Nefis wash through you that you've only ever experienced once or twice when you absolutely did not care for someone at all in the least. As that washes over you, the figures will fade, and you guys find yourselves once again waking up in your bedrooms.
We gotta do mine still.
Oh,
again.
I'm sorry. Grenek? Yep.
I would say the feeling of isolation. When I was young, I was always alone until my family was fully brought into this world. And now I have friends and companions everywhere I go. So it's no longer a thing that is true, so I don't need it anymore.
As you say this, you hear the cheer of your friends in exultation, and you remember all of the adventures you've had with them, and the traveling, the good times, the sitting around a campfire. As this hearty feeling washes over you, Grenek, you all find yourselves in your bedrooms, waking up after the sleep study.
Tyrannus is just going to check under his eyes. Are they wet at all?
Yes.
Zoya is going to just bury herself under the nest that she's made. She's exasperated and pretty pissed.
Can I try and cast Prestidigitation to see if I can do something?
Sure. What are you
I
trying
don't
to do?
know. Matilda's probably wrapped all around you, so can you move your arms?
Tyro, you are unable to move your arms.
Apple's
He's
even
a
in her sleep.
snuggler.
He's
Just when you
going
tried
to
to manhandle that skeleton, you accidentally manhandled Tyro instead.
It was just Tyro.
Mommy!
As a
pineapple
question, is Tyro on the floor, Matilda, or is he embraced in a death grip?
Not a death grip. She's a snuggler. She's probably
Snuggler?
just wrapped all around him.
Okay. Tyrodius, you are at risk of death
Of
by
what?
Snoo Snoo.
What?
Tyrannus just wraps his tail around Matilda's two legs and just lets her. And just.
Matilda, you will awaken to the smell
Huh?
of fresh mint washing through the room.
That's nice.
Eucalyptus and fresh
squeeze
mint.
pillow, squeeze pillow. That's not a pillow. Oh my god!
Wait, do you push Tyrannus out of bed?
Probably.
I'm gonna roll an acrobatics check to see if I don't just. Hang on,
You're
wait,
not, it's
athletics or
probably not hard
acrobatics?
enough to hurt
Two,
you. Just
two,
push. She
two.
pushes.
One.
Acrobatics.
Took the shove action. She got you the hell away from her.
This is the woman who wears a suit of armor and regularly throws people. Tyrannus is now off the side of the bed going, "Fuck!" and just sits upright, like Undertaker style. And you can see that he's like he's been crying, and just looks at her
I'm
and
so
goes,
sorry. I'm so sorry.
"Shh, stop! Don't make me lick
no,
you
no.
again."
No, you are. Are you okay? I didn't hurt you, did I?
You didn't hurt me. No, I actually woke up.
Matilda grabs a pillow and like holds it out for your face.
I'm okay. And he just wipes his muzzle, and he's going to try and call Dizzy onto his shoulder. Is Dizzy appearing?
It takes the time, but yes.
Oh no, it's an action to
Very well.
call. Yes, but yes, he sits up and just gives a little rat a pat, and then that was rough, and I didn't mean you. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was kind of expecting everybody to be in the same dream, but I didn't see you there at all.
Let me guess. Big door asking what you would sacrifice, and a skeleton saying what you give. And a
Oh
bridge.
yeah, that skeleton was a bastard.
Really? We just had a curry.
You had a curry?
Yeah, you can give.
Oh, then maybe I did that part wrong.
There's no right or wrong. This is a study.
I don't know. I put him in the chair and he evaporated.
He's gonna stand up and just pat her on the head. It's like, it's a study. This isn't a
Okay.
test. Trust me, you don't want one of the Shadow Shaddai tests. Do you ever sometimes have a little twinge in the brain whenever me, Kier, or Granak are talking? Yeah, it makes us have the twinge. So, you're fine. Come on, let's
Speak
go
for
get something.
yourself.
Okay.
You've never been to Shadow Shaddai. Also, I do need to ask.
Well.
Sorry, I do need to ask one last thing for Eric. How much does Tyranius remember after his birth, or is that all he got?
That's what you got in the dream. Can I get you to roll a history check real quick, sir, as the dream begins to fade from your memory?
Thanks for the memories, even
That
if
was
they
Tyro?
were so.
You'll be able to
Yeah.
remember that. You'll remember the dream. I'm not going to verify or not whether that's legitimate or not, but that's what you saw in the dream. And you'll remember the dream.
Right. No, and I reckon I'm done for now. And
All right.
Tyranius just want to get some food?
Yeah, that sounds great. I wonder if they're serving breakfast or if we have to go eat out. If we eat
Okay.
out, I think I saw a place that does like puff pastries down the street.
Would I remember the name of the place that she might be talking about?
What was the name of the place you're talking about, Matilda?
I have no idea. I looked inside the door. I saw buff pastries.
So
I got-
she didn't tell you the
it's
name.
sorry, not buff pastries, puff pastries.
No, we're calling Buff.
I think
now.
the Freudian slip here is embraced.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going for buff pastries. They got like the carved abs into the
Yeah.
bread.
They got
And
coaches.
best part,
Picture flexing cream puffs.
best part, out the right next to it is a massage parlor that gives the best deep tissue massages. You know,
Okay,
'cause
we're
all of
making
the
lore.
all of the freaking all the bakers are fucking swole. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm done.
It's the buff pastry parlor.
There you go.
All right.
It's also run by the Temple of Usil.
So, while those two
Uh,
wake up in their room, Kier, you and Lucy wake up.
So, Kier, in his sleep, has embraced the Lucy snuggling and is cuddling her as much as she is him. Wakes
Respectfully,
up.
or
Yeah,
Let them talk.
respectfully, but he wakes up, realizes this, and is just kind of like paralyzed between, oh god, close and also what the fuck just happened. So he's just staring at staring at Lucy like a deer caught in headlights.
Lucy?
Lucy is just like full snuggle. She's got her arms around his waist. She's probably like slightly drooling on him.
He is unperturbed by this at this moment.
And you know, she wakes up, she's like, that was really weird.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
at all.
Did
But
did,
we're
did,
done,
did
so that
you?
means we can get the recommendations now. Did I what?
Yeah. Did you also talk to the creepy skeleton in the Shadow Bridge and the weird council of weirdos?
Oh, I didn't like that council.
Council
But
of
yeah, I think we all had
Solitaire.
the same dream, but we just weren't. I thought we would be there together.
Yeah. Together.
Well, we're awake now, and we are together. And she kind of bats her eyes at him.
Was
Here?
as good for you as it was for me?
What jam were we gonna say?
Lucy, I'm just gonna let you respond to that question. I'm just gonna shut up at this point.
Lucy is gonna give him a big grin and say, "I guess that depends. How good was it for you?"
Super mixed.
And she'll just kind of chuckle and she's like, "Well, Dream Tower, but
Dream
it's done."
Tower. Yeah, should we like maybe unsnuggle or?
Lucy will pout, but she'll let him go.
He seems
Aw.
about as reluctant, honestly.
He doesn't pull. Do you pull away if she just opens up a little bit to release?
Yeah,
The
just
best
because
way
it
to put
seems
this
like that's
is
what would be
she attempts to
polite.
release you from the curse of flesh.
Oh, is this
Flesh
how I
is
get
weak.
stabbed?
Two things can be real.
I don't have a knife.
That you
I
know
don't
of.
think. Wait, hold on.
Listen,
Back to bed for night.
if there's a character in our party that could have a knife hidden in their PJs, whatever they may be, it's Zoya, but also Lucy.
Yep.
Why do I
No.
why do I picture it like again, just the captain, like the Doctor Who, Jack Harkness? Where did you bring that pistol from? You don't want to know.
You don't ask. No, Lucy doesn't have a knife.
Okay.
So yeah,
And a secret one.
Kier upon being released will awkwardly untangle himself.
Lucy,
My stabbing device would be a pencil.
will you allow him to disengage?
Yes, Lucy's about consent. It was enough that he sacrificed his comfort to come in and be cuddly.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So, Kier, you're able to extricate yourself from the embrace of a beautiful woman.
How horrible my life is.
How horrible. All right. So you guys get up.
Boo-hoo, cry about it.
Yeah, we'll meet up with the rest of the crew.
I do
and
need
the
to
weirdo
ask.
who put us in the dream.
I do need to ask.
Uh-oh.
Did Lucy come here with makeup on?
Yes.
How much of it's on Kier?
Kier, how much of it's on you?
100.
I don't know, but she was drooling on me.
Roll a D100.
Most of it's probably on him.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and embrace the fact that there is a large lipstick smear on your face, on the right cheek, and there's mascara marks on your cheekbone.
I'm so glad we're not in Nausea.
It's true.
All right.
Little do you know.
Cool. Zoya, Hekin, and Granak, you all three wake up right around the same time as well.
Hecken is on the floor.
Hekin's on the floor in her nest.
Nope.
Nope.
The nest was on the bed.
She
nest
fell
is on
out
the
of
bed, yeah.
She fell out of the bed.
Yep.
Okay.
She tried to fly. It didn't work.
All right. So you guys
Did
wake
you all
up.
all have the same dream? Did it work? Did we pass?
I think
Fine.
passing is a not the correct word for what we experienced last night. Seeing that Hecken is no longer in the bed, I will look up to see if I see the mound that is known as Zoya still on top of the thing above
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. The railings on the top of the bed kept her in.
She's a pinball.
It's like
I'll kind of just stand up and look over to see if you're awake or not.
She is, but she is
covered in pillows. You can tell she's hiding.
So Granak.
Oh, yes.
Sorry. I made a nest badly as an example to compare Zoya's nest against, so you could learn more about what makes a good or bad nest for your knowledge.
So good.
I am the ultimate nest builder now. Mwah.
Thank you for cheering up Zoya.
that was out of characters. So anyway. Deception. Oh my gosh. Damn.
Do you tell?
I'm just not a good nest builder. So.
Now, I am going to go ahead and check in. Is everyone okay? I know you did some emotional stuff here. You guys okay?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
As players.
It's great.
Yes.
This is
Okay.
awesome.
If you guys are cool as
Tyrodius
players,
finally lit.
cool.
Oh yeah, no. Tyrodius got that mental breakdown that Twilight was talking about.
I understood. All right. Just wanting to
It's
go
like,
ahead and check in on the players. Make sure you guys are cool. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we level up from that?
I'm not going to comment on
No.
that, sir.
Oh man.
All right.
Emotional journey complete. Level up as a person.
Yes.
All right.
Sorry.
So do you guys go back out into the living room? Or is there something you
Yeah.
guys want to do before departing the bedrooms?
Zoya is just gonna have to be pried out from under the pillows.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna spend a moment trying to coax her out of her nest, but
Hecken's gonna ask. She's got Granak and Zoya in a room. So we're off to help kill the Batim guy, right? Today?
Dranok will kind of look around with shifty eyes and go, to my knowledge, everything related to that series of events is outside of our hands.
Ah, you're right. I'm still dreaming, I think.
Mm.
I want to wake up.
Wake me up.
Wake me
up
when it's all over.
Oh, copyright struck now.
No, we
Oh,
went in three
no,
different
no.
directions. No. Why?
This is your fault.
I do Evanescence. It turns into the freaking in 3 days.
I got the evanescence. It's fine.
All right. So you guys head out into the living room where you will be
Yeah,
met.
Zoya's probably being carried.
Zoe's being carried. Okay. You guys
Yep, I got her.
come out and Tariq welcomes you. Good morning. That was quite the study. I didn't think that it would be quite traumatic. Are you all well?
Oh, good. You saw everything.
So, would we be able to see the other people who took part in the sleep study at the moment?
Yep. The rest of your party.
Also,
It
it
was-
was the only one.
He said it was a big, like, 16
Yep.
people.
You look
study.
around and you see a couple other people coming out, including Islar and Shonazath. You see
Oh god.
Covet Von Sin. You see a couple of other people.
Oh,
Me.
wow.
Tiny-
Matilda will wave at Covet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's going to wave
Tyrannus is gonna get
sheepishly and close the door, and you'll hear a little squee from the other side of the door.
Tyrannus would have waved at Covered as well, but yeah, he's tired as fuck and
Yep.
traumatized.
Yeah, we'll just acknowledge their existence and carry on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not certain they're going to be doing this, but there's a decent chance.
Yeah.
For sure.
You were pretty spot on, like, last week with, Covet's response to, like, oh, hey, we're gonna be the reason you're in a trial! So, yeah, we...
So
that was pretty amazing.
Lucy,
Yeah.
Lucy's gonna kind of rub her eyes and fix her hair best she can and say, so now that we've done the sleep study, you'll give us the recommendations, right?
Oh, of course. Of course, yes.
Oh.
In fact, they're already
Fine.
pre-filled out. I filled them out while you were still resting after recovery. By the way, good morning.
Mhm.
It is 2 days later. It did take a while for the sleep study to take effect.
Cool.
2 days?
Oh, that
course.
explains why I'm so hungry.
Tariq,
Oh, that is true.
mind if I ask something in private? Well, semi-private.
Of course. What can I do for you?
Is just going to step off to the side. During the sleep study, I saw that you had divination runes to observe, and that's to be expected.
Yes.
But inside, I guess, another layer where I remember, where like a room, a lecture room, 3 head.
Oh, yes. Quite
I
ominous,
remember-
that was.
I had a memory implanted in my head. Did you observe that? Or was that only for myself?
Of course. It was quite disturbing. Remember, this is simply a dream. It's not a memory necessarily, but rather just a dream. We are experimenting here, of course.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask what the study is related to then, just purely for academic curiosity?
Of course not. The dreams are designed to understand interpretations of actions and behavior patterns of various people in response to traumatic prompts, and to understand how others would act in situations that are unconventional. You see, the grand populace in general tends to be very passive. Heroes such as yourselves who come to the doorstep of a mage tower seeking to assist others are to be observed and commended. Thus, I found you to be compelling subjects. Hence, I chose you.
Much appreciated. And he gives a polite bow.
I hope to
Thank you
use
for
this information in order to train future guards and adventurers within Shadow Shaddai. We hope to improve their responsiveness to traumatic situations and train them to handle life in a more uplifting and psychologically healthy way.
You remind me almost of yes, a friend in Ryport. He's part of a group called the Longstratus Consortium. Losen Bolus.
I've heard the
Very-
name. Losen is an old student of mine.
He's certainly an uplifting individual.
Indeed, he's
Thank you very
quite
much.
optimistic. A little bit too optimistic, if you ask me.
Yes, some might take advantage of that.
I only
kind of
hope
like-
that someday he does not fall into the polar opposite levels of depression. He can be quite manic sometimes.
No, that's something I'll check up on him next time I see him. How's that sound?
Sounds very good. I appreciate that. By the way, in addition to these recommendation letters, as he hands each of you a recommendation letter, and Lucy, you get an additional one in spite of not needing one. Maybe you can use that to your benefit in the future.
You get an extra favor.
Nice.
Right.
Can I check the
He
name
will.
on mine?
Yeah, it says Tim.
Okay.
We introduced ourselves with our
Pseudonyms.
proper
Yeah, just making-
identities.
Again, just making sure. Tyronius wants to make sure he didn't let slip in that.
Yep. And you will also each be paid 100 gold.
Nice.
So each of you
Remember,
gains 100
kids, say it
gold.
with me. We
We take
take those.
No, we take payment up front.
Apparently, we don't.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
All right. Well, please have a wonderful day. This is a splendid experience. And if we have need of you in the future, would you be interested in participating in another sleep study?
If we have
Yeah.
the time, yes.
Certainly.
Excellent.
I'm willing to at least be on call for it.
We're in high
Excellent.
demand.
I appreciate
we
that so
usually
much.
have an announcer.
Could
if
you
you
please
ever
fill out this
announce-
survey? And he will hand you a survey. And it's mostly about the rooms. the comfort of the beds, the accommodations, etc.
Is there actually a survey? I was
Yeah.
going to say.
Yeah, Matilda will fill it out in
Yep,
detail.
same with
All right.
Yeah.
Tyrone.
Overall,
Tyrone will give a little.
Good.
Tyrone will give a little critique about horned individuals possibly feeling that they will mess things up, but that's the only thing. Yes.
All right. So, overall rating, Lucy, for the sleep study out of 5 stars.
Out of, oh, she gave it a 5-star.
Okay, Zoya.
She's going to give it a if it's mostly about the rooms, 5.
Tyro.
He's going to give again 5.8.
5.8 out of a 5 stars. Understood.
Yes, only because he does have to. He did have to worry about what his horns are going to do.
You know,
guess
you're
that.
giving more stars than the maximum, right? It's out of 5.
Yeah, he drew a really crappy star next to the 5-star, and it's like one of the points is like barely sticking out from the side, so it's like 80% of an extra star instead of out of 6.
Yeah, see, Granik gets it.
Okay.
Thanks, Granik.
But I'm just,
Hey, that's out of character voice, sir.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks,
in his
Granik
star.
player. He tries to again. He does have a critique. He does
okay,
not give
sorry,
5
that
stars.
was Matilda being in character. She's like, it's only 5 stars, right?
And
Becky?
Tyrannus just looks at her and goes, "You don't have to worry about where you put your horns or your." Put it this way: imagine if your boobs did damage to things.
Tyro.
Right, but you're
careful,
giving it
they might.
more...
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
But if you're criticizing, wouldn't you give less than 5 stars?
I thought everything about this was great. The experience, the execution, the abode. The abode was the
Not a
only thing.
memory.
I just, I'm not gonna lie. I would have felt better if there were some corks that I could put on my horns. I don't want to puncture the pillows. They're nice. Do you know how many pillows I went through when I was studying?
Why are you giving it more than top score then?
Matilda looks over at Hecken and just
No.
shrugs, like holds her
4
hands up, like, I don't know.
4.8 out of 5.
That's not what you said.
You kept saying 5. 5.8.
Okay, no, I that was definitely Discord fucking it up. I said 4.8.
No, you
Yeah,
did.
absolutely.
Okay, whatever.
Listen, you're allowed to be
5.8.
you're allowed to be verbally dyslexic, but
Yes.
don't fight us
Yeah.
when everyone agrees.
No, okay, that's fine. I realize I
Okay.
fucked up. Anyway,
Alright,
All
yeah,
good.
that's what sparked that whole
Okay,
conversation.
so-
If you didn't actually do that, I retract everything.
Okay, Heckin.
Oh,
For
I
the
can't say
room, for the room, sir. What would your, or madam, I should say, what would
Uh-oh.
Heckin's rating for the room be?
Room. 3 stars. Beds need railings.
Bed seats railings. Okay. Here.
Kira give them very high scores. Like he has low standards and has just been enjoying the luxury of the people who live here.
Okay. Cool. Granak, would you fill out the survey?
As soon as I'm done thinking,
Wait, hang on. What's going on? What did you do?
He's dying.
Heckin says that like as I took a big sip of coffee,
Sorry.
I almost shot it out my nose, so I'm physically recovering for a second.
We
Oh
got
my
a
God.
spit take.
Okay, go ahead. Clip time.
Coffee does not sound comfortable to go through the nose.
No, it was
Dude.
hot
Look,
too.
carbonated
So I
drinks
had
are even worse.
Burning
It was hot, it was a
caffeine
bit- like,
sinuses.
I had just got a fresh cup and it was like steaming hot, and I was like, I'm gonna take a little sip, and then she said that, and just
Sippy
a
sip.
little sip turned into a big sip, turned into way too hot, turned into I still need to laugh, turned into.
That's
Okay.
amazing. Look, cold carbonated drinks. Oh.
All right.
You know what's worse? Hot carbonated cold
So-
drinks.
Granak,
What the heck?
would you fill
Was
out the
bed big
survey?
enough for me?
Nope.
Was the bed big enough for me?
Yes, the bed was big enough for you. Yes.
Then it would get 5 stars.
Okay, Matilda, bedroom.
5 out of 5 stars. Everything was lovely.
Especially Tyronius. Got it. All right.
Tyranius apparently is a good
Why you
plushie.
gotta be like that, Eric?
Because it's
Yeah,
fun.
please leave this. Leave the deprecation to the professionals, dude.
Yeah, me.
Please, I do better than any of you.
All right.
To be fair, Eric also roleplays the other half of you that does the same thing. So
Yeah.
This is true. This is true.
Did the mirror switch out or something? Like, are our eyes glowing red?
Not yet.
Where's Thaumaturgy when you need it? Looking at the cleric.
All right. So, you guys ready to depart?
Yep.
Not
But
ready,
we
but
are all still in our pajamas, so I vote we go to Lucy's house.
Do you guys want to go to Lucy's or do you want to go to the Buff Puff?
Yeah, buff puff pastry. We're going. Tyranius is
Puff
leading
on the
the way.
way home.
All
I'm
right.
fine with getting to go or something, but like, we are all still in our pajamas.
Yeah, you guys can
Sorry.
just do a run past the Buff Puff. So as you guys come
Yeah, I
past
don't
the
care
Buff
what
Puff,
the bougie think of me.
I love that it's
The
called
Buff
that
Puff.
now.
Puff.
as you guys come past the Buff Puff, you guys can pick up pastries for breakfast. What would you guys order?
Yes.
Yes.
I would, if I'm going to a place called the Buff Puff, I will order the Buff Puff. I assume that exists.
Oh, it absolutely
Can I get-
exists. Yes, and it is
Let's
a
see.
oversized kolache. And when I say oversized, it is a
That
one
is.
oh a kolache. It is this kolache is a full sausage that is 2 inches in diameter, wrapped in an entire puff pastry. Think a
Nice.
pigs in a blanket on crack,
Wait, like a sausage
I love
roll?
it.
like a
Yes,
sausage
exactly
roll,
like a
but
sausage
with
roll.
the ends of the sausage sticking on the outsides,
Ooh, that sounds good.
with puff
Tyranius is gonna
pastry
get
instead of bread.
Well, it is puff pastry on a sausage roll, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
No, it's buff pastry on it.
Yes.
Yeah, puff pastry. It's got the abs. Tyranius is
It's
going to look at the
swole.
meat pies. Are there? Sorry.
I said it's swole.
What's-
Came from a
Are there
really
meat
buff dude.
pies, Tyro? Yes, there are meat pies. Absolutely.
How meaty are these pies?
Absolutely.
The pastries, the meat pies, instead of having crisscross pastries across the top, they have scaled pastry, so it does look like abs.
Okay, I'm just wondering what sort of meat pie y'all are eating that has like crisscross. Huh.
It's a thing.
Okay. Yeah, Tyranius is going to
It's
get one of
well
the absolutely delicious ab pies
out.
and tuck into that.
The only other pies that have crisscross are the ones from the 90s rap group. Anyway. Yeah.
Hey, Buns galore! This is awesome!
All right.
Yeah, Tyranius just gets that and like takes half of it in one bite.
Tyro, if you were so good at self-deprecation, you wouldn't be telling us how good you are. Take the win.
Yeah,
It's true.
It's true. Oh man. All right. So
I'm just gonna order up a dozen of the baker's choice.
okay.
oh wait, we got a long rest, didn't we?
Yes, you did get a
We
long
got,
rest.
we got like 5 long rests.
That was amazing, yes.
I missed out on homework.
I'm
Damn
no
it.
longer exhausted.
I haven't gained anything from these long rests.
So
Wow,
That's
Baker's
not true. You have
dozen.
makeup on your shirt.
you have experience.
Yeah,
You got
Tyranius,
a
by the way, is
puddle.
gonna.
We
Sorry,
don't
it's been a
level
way
by
to-
experience.
You had the
By the way,
opportunity.
Tyranius is gonna wave and clean off. What do you call it? The makeup from Kier's shirt and just say, "Don't want to let Lotley know."
Huh? You like touch where it was.
Don't worry, secret's safe with me. Anyway, the
Uh-huh.
Baker's dozen.
Okay.
Sorry.
As you collect your baker's dozen, it's a wide variety of various meat and fruit and berries. It's a variety pack of what they serve. All of
The
them
buff
are oversized and designed for manly men. These are all served by a 6'4" burly guy that weighs easily 380 pounds. And it's not all muscle, but it is definitely huggable.
Oh, is he like actually
Lucy wants to
strong like a
hug him.
mountain?
Lucy wants to hug him. He will absolutely
Yeah.
accept a hug. And he will give you a big, big hug. And how huggy are you right now, Lucy?
Huggy enough to see how firm his butt is.
Okay, as you do so, he's going to leave 2 flowery hand marks on the back side of your pajamas.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna make a note of this man and his place of work and let Rana know that he should be on the roster soon.
Yeah, fortunately, these 2 hand marks are above the waistline and the small of your back.
It's okay. We still appreciate him.
Yep.
And manly men were men in bakery. Sorry.
Yeah, but you look around, everyone who works here is a dude.
Oh, they're buff women there? Buff people?
You look around, every person at the Buff Puff is a very muscular or very stout man that looks good. They're very much leaning into who they are.
Is there
Let
any
me figure
minotaurs
this out.
around?
They're not.
Damn. I was gonna say they might be a little put off by the beef.
No.
We eat here.
Do they sell
Yeah.
buff liver?
What the heck is
Serious
buff
question.
liver?
Baklava.
No.
Oh, baklava. Yes.
Baklava.
Yes, they do sell baklava. Absolutely they
Well,
do.
with your accent, it sounded like you said buff
Lover.
lover.
That is
Do
what I
they
said,
sell
but it
buff
was applied with
lovers?
baklava.
And I was like, wow.
Baklava is what you meant to say. So
Oh,
yes,
so
with
baklava.
baklava, yes, they would absolutely sell
baklava.
baklava.
Take
Yes.
it back, please.
Nope.
You
tough.
didn't have
It's out.
inspiration.
It's already there.
Wait, question. Do they sell protein puffs?
Yes.
No, they sell protein buffs.
This is my
No,
favorite.
protein
This
puff.
is my favorite place now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yes, I'm eating. I'm sitting down and eating. And Tyrannus is gonna find a table and just sit down and love the puns and let Matilda have eye candy for.
Yes.
Okay.
Vernock will put a hand to his forehead, not foreseeing this situation happening.
It all started when Serena slipped up the tongue.
Everything changed when my bugbear left, and we had to be responsible.
Well, okay.
Your turn to die, Matilda!
Come on, Dad, sit down.
It's not my time to go.
All right. So
Impale.
the pastries in your variety pack, Grenek, consist of the brawn roll, Daddy's steak bomb, the gang's Danish, the meathead's hand pie, the ripped tart,
Hey,
that's
Lucy. I'm
Lucy.
sorry. I'm
The-
sorry.
the beefcake baklava, which is also known as the bufflava,
Buffalo bar.
the puffed up brute, which is a hefty pastry stuffed with pulled lamb, rosemary infused potatoes, and enriched red wine reduction.
Oh shit, I'm getting that.
There's the Titan turnover, which is peppered bacon, scrambled eggs, smoked Gouda, wrapped in a puff pastry. There's
Oh my God, I
a
want
Barbarian's Bite, which is a crispy, deep-fried pastry stuffed with venison, wild mushrooms, and a bold blue cheese crumble.
I want that too.
There's the Buff
Eric, can you stop,
Wellington.
like, actually making me hungry?
Yeah, there's the Buff Wellington, which is a handheld version of the classic featuring tender beef, a savory mushroom duxelle, and a light Dijon glaze, all wrapped in a perfectly baked puff pastry. There's the Macho Manchego Pocket, which is buttery pastry pocket brimming with chorizo, manchego cheese, caramelized onions with a smoky, rich flavor. Lastly is the Power Puff, a towering
Oh my
layered
God.
pastry sandwich with pulled duck, smoked bacon jam, and a hint of truffle, served with a side of rich au jus for dipping.
Yeah, can we get the
was
buff?
there
Can
was
we
sorry.
get the buff cookbook?
Can we get the Puff
Please
Puff?
put these in the cookbook. I need
So-
this.
All right.
Yes.
So,
I just
for
have
the
I have a-
record, I'm
I
going
have
to
a-
toss this whole list into the Food and Treats channel. So,
Yeah.
Right. The Burly
So-
Earl, you have a job that we need help with.
So I'm
Another
just
life that
wondering,
continues.
did some girls make the Power Puff?
no.
Damn.
Nope.
Aw.
Nope. There's a very
Chemical X.
powerful scientist who did so.
So, after hearing all of this, I'll bring my what was it, a dozen or baker's dozen?
It is a dozen. They don't do the baker's dozen. They figure an extra one is too extra.
So,
Nope, fair
I got a
enough.
question. I got another question. Oh,
Yes,
sorry,
sir?
No, no, go Grant,
ahead.
Did you?
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. So, is there anything called the pain? Because no pain, no gain.
Nope.
Damn.
Not in this place.
Again.
Grenek, what were
They
you going
should
to say?
do that. Make it extra spicy.
Anyway, so now that we established what the baker's dozen is, and we've established we're gonna eat here, I will bring the assorted tray of delight to everyone. Put it down and say, "All right, everyone, we'll dig in."
All right. So, you guys are free to take part in this delectable dozen.
Zoya is going to enjoy a Power Puff.
Okay.
And she's eating slowly, but you can tell she's thinking.
Does Tyrannius actually remember this place from in a past? Because he's just trying to see if he does.
This place is new. They've only been open for the better part of 2 years.
Okay. Right.
So, no.
Okay.
But they're doing good. They've got good business. They've got a decent clientele. People are coming and going.
Okay. Clientele. How much of it is actually athletes or people who would actually want to have, gains?
Most of the people who are here are just regulars who are getting in, moving on. While they do cater to that whole tourist theming, it is for the most part, regulars' place where their bread and butter, pun intended, is the everyday people who come in for breakfast or lunch.
Yep. Nah, I getcha.
And everything in between.
Right.
So, hey Lucy, Matilda, should we grab something for Renario while we're here?
Yeah, we can do that.
I just figured if there was any person who should be with the buff,
Lucy, do you know what he likes for breakfast?
I think you would probably know better than I would.
Wow.
Oh.
Matilda, you're getting called out.
The Puff Daddy's steak bomb.
And she doesn't say but she doesn't say it maliciously. She says it because she pays him. She doesn't care.
Right.
She doesn't sleep with him. Like that's her employee. Like
Right.
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
And based off of previous roleplay, Lucy wouldn't have no idea what Renario is into at all.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the only thing that she knows he's into is Matilda.
And finances. She knows he's into
And
finances.
finances.
Yep. That's the big thing. So Matilda,
Matilda?
what would you
All right,
where's
the
Matilda
list
get?
of these menu items?
It's in the food and drinks.
Food and Drinks channel of gmeric.com. And I have issued a challenge for anyone to make those and send me pictures. I will need to send me pictures.
Or if they're close enough, bake it for you in person.
No, that will be me.
Ah.
Only my oven actually worked and wasn't a piece of crap.
Dude, if your
Yeah.
oven doesn't work, there's a problem, man.
Correct.
Yeah, it's Puff Daddy's steak bomb.
Puff Daddy
Yep.
steak bomb. Okay.
Right.
So a buttery golden croissant packed with shaved steak, peppered mushrooms, and a punchy garlic aioli.
Delicious.
It's that garlic. I think he'd like that.
Wait, I have a question out of character. What do you mean by punchy? Like spicy or just a lot of garlic?
Punchy aioli would be, it has enough that there's a little bit of a spicy to it, more than a zip.
So much garlic that it burns your tongue.
It gets in the back of your throat. Right.
Give me that. I have bitten raw ginger before. Bring it on.
A good
chewed it.
a good punchy aioli is awesome.
Right.
Hey,
So
Zoya.
you get
Yes. Go ahead, Hecken.
Hey, Zoya.
She looks up from her puff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you look like you're thinking in a painful way.
I had some not great experiences during the dreams.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was great.
Here's the way.
I'd rather not talk about it in public.
We got you if you need it. Okay.
She nods. Thank you.
My
Once
little
we
owl person.
once we get back to Lucy's house, I'm okay with sharing it there. I just don't want to talk about it while there's. And she gestures her wing at the general populace. People.
I get it. I had a dream where I was born.
What?
So pretty.
That's
Really terrifying.
Oh.
You're not
I'll
bonking
tell
him
you
on
about
the
it when we
head.
get back.
Yeah. Yeah. I appreciate you guys understanding.
Yeah.
And she continues eating.
Is it just like a little nibbles each time, like a
Yeah.
like a corn on the cob?
No, not like a corn on the cob. She's sort of just like eating it like a sandwich.
Slowly,
So she's all punchy.
one bird beak at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. She would
like-
probably ask Granok for help with like cutting it into smaller pieces.
Little fingers.
Yeah.
Fingy bites.
Yeah. Little beak bites.
Oh, hey, Hecken. I know it's not in the list. Imagine if they had poppy seed rolls here, like for birds and such. Like bird feed.
What? This is good.
I know. Oh god, I could really go for a poppy seed roll myself. They're good.
The fact that Hecken asked for baklava makes a lot of sense, considering how much honey goes into that stuff.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Good lord.
There was lore behind the request.
Mm-hmm.
Hecken knew exactly what they were doing.
Have you guys ever made baklava? It's a chore.
No!
Yes.
It is
I
a
like
chore, but it's
myself.
delicious.
Well, okay,
As
Have
of
you eaten it?
last year, my sister and I make it traditionally every year for Christmas.
My
Yeah, you
brother has
told
made
us
it every
about that.
year since he was 8 years old. And he just turned 45? 44.
Yeah, it was my aunt on the other side of the orchard has made it 63 years now every year
Yeah.
on Christmas.
It's delicious.
Oh, it's so good.
It's
All
a,
right.
it's a little shop me that makes it. God, well, actually, there's a lot of places. Sorry.
Are either of your families taking new members? Whenever you, like, seriously, we have the tradition in my household where if you come in, we hate having company, so we adopt everybody. Yeah. Because that way you don't have to worry if you're hot or cold or if you're thirsty or hungry, etc.
Or your
Yeah,
yes or
you
your
get up and get
no.
your own stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, get your own damn stuff. I'm not your servant. Get up and treat yourself like you're at home. Yeah, it's so much easier.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We go, I play
Cool.
dominoes, you play dominoes, I
Yeah.
play dominoes better than you do. And then you're adopted.
You do.
I got
It's part of the ritual.
But
It's
have
a
you
ritual
actually seen him
cast.
do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
it- This is a thing that's been happening for 3 generations in my family. Just saying.
Yeah.
All
Right
right.
down to the
Right,
you
just-
play dominoes, I play dominoes better than you. That's funny. as shit.
You
That's the funniest play
do.
I've.
And you got to drag it
That's
out
the
at the
funniest-
end. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know why you say it
Mhm.
like that.
All right.
It's a
moving
ritual
on.
cast.
Okay, moving on.
Mhm.
Back to the game. So, you guys have collected
Alright,
your
derailed everything with
pastries.
baklava.
Headed back to Lucy's living room, Lucy's house.
Yep.
Mhm.
Awesome.
I
So,
assume everybody enjoys like one of the things, and then we just bring the rest back with us.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Okay. On the way, I am gonna ask the other guys. So does that mean we each have one then? But I've only got one.
Of the pastries?
No, the recommendations.
No, we have
Mhm.
we've got 2.
Wait, you have 2?
2 each.
Wait, you do? What? No, I've
Yeah,
only got
we-
1.
What?
No, we got the other one from
The Silver Sage.
From Silver-haired Grandpa.
Yeah. And he
The
only
hero
gave it
man.
out of character, and he gave it to the people who turned up.
He gave enough of them for all of you to have them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That
Yeah, it
was
was like
not what
he-
I recalled.
he said he retconned it later or something because I had it in my notes that we had enough for
Everyone
So-
has them, yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's the only thing Tyrone sort of asked, but if it's 2, cool. And now we just need to go to Nariel to hook up a wedding and a funeral.
Well, that's probably already happened, hasn't it? So we just went for 2 days.
Yeah, so should we
Well,
check in with Nariel?
That's true, I guess. I would have thought Neve would have gone with us.
Also, assumedly the other people in our cohort and assassination group, as it were at the sleep study with us.
Yeah.
Or assassination classroom, if you will.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Guys,
I love you, Koro
please
Sensei.
you please not get me kicked out again before I clear my name.
So as you guys approach Lucy's house, Lucy, the door's closed.
Well, Mommy's home.
As you guys go inside, the place is pretty and clean, and everything's where it should be.
Is there a reason why it wouldn't be?
It
We
wasn't when you
technically
left.
We technically left 4 people and Neve in your house to do stuff.
Yeah, but Rana was here too.
Yeah, but you gotta go make sure he's got your moose hair.
Oh, that's true. And moose hair.
His meese hair.
That's
Still
right.
Still
They
growing
cover
to
a
this
wig.
day.
They negotiated for moose hair when you weren't around.
Oh.
We negotiated a lot of weird bullshit while you weren't around, but we didn't for most of the core details.
Is that like doll hairs, the pun? Or...
No, they had a moose in their party, and he got a brush in, and
no.
Lucy requested that they kept the moose hair.
A
Yes.
Moosatar named Bwinkle. Yes, Bwinkle.
He was very nice.
He was
I just figured heckin' that we could use Winkle's hair and make a wig and maybe a beard for Tyro because he's so concerned about being spotted on the streets of Shadow Shaddai.
Oh, nice.
Look, well, they said they had 400 bags of it at one point. I'm pretty sure you could turn me into a Wookiee.
No, I think she said they got rid of it.
They said they had 40, not 400, and they got rid of that much.
Okay, yeah.
So
There's a
I
lot of
probably
brushing
just, like,
involved.
just one, I think I got.
Yeah, they said they got 1 bag out of him.
So that sounds like a great idea. Speaking of great ideas, are we about to go set up a murder of a team member?
No. Maybe.
Hopefully, if the day goes
Is
well.
Tyrannus' hair still in that braid, by the way?
Oh yeah, unless you change that sticks.
No, I'm
What
just
does this braid
thinking he's
look
got.
like?
I mean, it's a French braid, but I'm kind of thinking it's less like a human and more like a horse because his hair goes down his neck.
It's about the same.
Yeah, it's about the
Mm.
same.
And
So, yeah.
the people with less conflict of interest, like Matilda, Granak, Kia, Zoya, we think this is the way to go? Because Because obviously Tyra wants to get in to clear his name.
We
Lucy
can
loves
always
Niv.
try a different routine for a recommendation.
I mean, I don't want to derail the whole plan. No, this guy needs to die. Is that what we've... He's a bad guy?
I'm
Matilda,
still figuring things out.
what do you? You're being asked for an opinion.
Oh, I was not there.
He
Yes, you
waddled
were.
away as soon as we got back to the house, she said.
Oh,
And
okay.
she waddled away.
Where did she waddle to?
Waddled
Okay,
Rana,
look for Rana.
till
Understood.
the very next day.
Cool. I didn't realize that we were going after Renariel. I thought she might have stuck around for a couple moments.
No,
Well,
she had
different
she had a
Breakfast is warm, and she has to hand it off before it gets cold.
Okay.
Otherwise, the greases and things will congeal, and it will be
Understood.
disgusting.
So we're going to take 2 minutes while she hands this off, and she will find Renariel in the gym,
Oh yeah.
and he is doing his morning workout as you come in. As he's practicing Tai
Matilda's
Chi
gonna-
today.
Matilda's gonna wolf whistle at him, walk up, put the bag with breakfast at the edge of his like Tai Chi mat, and then wink and walk back out.
He smiles as the camera fades to him taking another Tai Chi pose. All right.
Okay,
now
now
we
we
can
jump-
have Matilda
Sorry
asked
about
about the question. Heckin, what was the
looks like she
question?
can type.
We're all pretty sure this guy needs to die. That's the right way to get our recommendation.
After the discussions that we had with the other Longstriders the other day, yeah, I believe so. I don't really like getting involved in the politics of other cities, but I'm also inclined to stick with Covet's opinion on this, and this guy is bad news. And it's not going to behoove anybody to have him getting control of this thing. Whatever, seal. This object.
Hold on, I still have this
Religious.
moment.
Yeah,
Seal of
basically.
finality.
Yeah, the city has a habit of just calling a bunch of dead heroes back from the grave whenever they so choose. They
I'm
say
not a big
it's
fan of that.
Yeah, they say it's to protect the city in times of need, but much like anything, you can skew the meaning and intent. And
This-
MKL is not a big fan, in fact, not even a small fan of the dead coming back. In fact, I'm pretty sure like he's got a lot of things that, again, just seal it so things can't become
I
undead.
rolled really high on it, so out of character or in character, I would have explained the MKL stuff. So
Yep.
the TLDR on that was raising dead's not MK.
Yeah, according to some
Let
god.
them
I
sleep.
mean,
According
Yeah,
to some
according to
god.
MKL,
Yeah.
don't let him
Well-
cook anymore. Let him rest.
yeah, fighting the power,
My-
that's something I can get behind. And this guy
Ah,
messed
yeah,
with
this
Lucy and
dude,
Niv, right?
Yes.
This guy messed with Lucy and Niv.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we learned that Niv is also big deal with MKL, or at least claimed to be.
She Turnus
She was
pulls
in
out
Zone
one
of
of the
Truth.
Mm-hmm.
then Turnus pulls out one of the things. She sent out one of the amulets. She had a bunch of followers go to a place near Nausha to try and clear them out. Fuck. Sorry, me. And yeah, we found their dead bodies and this, so she must at least be some sort of priestess.
Now,
All right,
because
I'm sold.
because I want to give him the opportunity here, I'm going to... Would you like to ask Neve any questions while she was in a zone of truth, Heckin? Because you were not able to make it last Saturday morning. Were there any questions that you would ask while she was subjected to a zone of truth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would
So-
the whole party have been there?
Yes.
Yeah.
2 parties.
Yeah.
2 parties.
Two
worth of
full
people.
parties would have been there.
Okay, rolling back in my head. Is Tariq going to use the seal, or has he used the seal for bad reasons? Have you heard of
Nafis,
it? Sorry.
all good.
boy.
Nafis is going to use the seal in order to protect the city by raising the undead. He's going to take that which remains dead and use it to protect the city through necromancy. He's going to...
And by the city, do you mean the common people of the city, or the Batim and the Sultan?
Yes, he views it as the greater good. He doesn't see any separation between the people, the Batim, and the Sultan. He'll use it against anything that threatens the city, be it an accident, she looks at Tyro, or other intentional behaviors by reckless mages, and she will curtsy at you.
I thought you were going to say she looks at me again.
Okay, I'm almost sold. He seemed like a bit of a arsehole when we met him, and wanted to trade for you as like a possession.
I know.
Is he kind of a bad guy?
Oh yes, he's a jerk and a manipulator. He's hot-headed and, well, a user of people. Wouldn't you agree, Lou? He gets what he wants and very rarely returns the favors.
Since essentially new information has been relevant, can I also
Sure.
butt in a question? Do you imply that he might make a threat to the city that needs to be defended from?
I don't think so necessarily, but I wouldn't put it past him. I don't think he would threaten the people, the city, or the Sultan. I think that he might fabricate something for political power, of course, but it wouldn't actually hurt anyone. I'm certain he would keep it discreet, simply to flex his powers and ensure that he had an opportunity to let off some steam.
Either way, I do not appreciate him attempting to use the resting dead for his own personal gain. Alright, you can go on, Hagen.
One last question. Would Lucy care if any of us died?
She looks at Lucy. Well, to be honest and truthful, I think, and this is my honest opinion, I think that Lucy would care if I died. And because she brought you into her house and has treated you so well, I think that yes. I do think that Lucy would take this personally and probably gut whoever harmed one of you. I think that the creative use of magics would be a delight to watch as she wreaked havoc on anyone who harmed her friends. Am I wrong, Lou?
Lucy's kind of turned a really pale shade of red. She's like, Neve, you're not supposed to tell him.
I can't help it, dear.
That was too personal.
You do like...
Tyrannus is confused. There's a person who actually might like him. Does not know what to do with this information. Tyrannus
And
Hera
a reflex
404.
activate.
And Neve will give a little bit of bonus information. Heckin, you rescued me from a temple of Cateus. I owe each of you my life. I would gladly turn people inside out if they ever harmed one of you.
Alright, I'm starting to feel the same way about you guys.
Kier like puts his hand on his chest and looks really touched at that.
And then I, of
What if
course,
I
have
hurt
to eat their
myself?
heart and their spleen and their liver, and maybe over with a nice Chianti.
Here,
Trying to shut that out of reach, Mike.
slightly less touched.
Just
Slightly less.
knees.
Yes, Zoya.
This is a little unnerving to me, but what does the heart taste like?
Oh, it depends on how it's done. If it's raw, it's kind of iron tasting. It's not pleasant. It tastes like blood, but cooked well with a bit of rosemary and thyme. And slow roasted or stewed, it's actually quite delicious and tender. It simply takes a tiny period of time to cook. Renariel knows how to do it. Don't you, Rana? And you'll see Renariel coming out from the gym, rolling his eyes. He doesn't like her at all.
Yeah, the heart's the hardest working muscle in your body, actually. So,
Wait, wasn't he gone at the time?
Yeah, he was gone at the time.
Well, Grenok was
You want me
had a
tiny
good game.
wimey stuff.
For the record, if you guys ever get to have like beef heart, etc., it's actually pretty good.
It's
if you
so
cook it right.
good.
Yeah.
It's so good. My family of raising cows has taught me. Grenok knows how to
I
cook
love it
beef.
when. Yep.
All right. So,
So
any other questions, Heckin, for this little retcon?
Just an apology to Lucy for asking about her personal life without asking first, and an offer if she wants to ask me any questions before we leave the zone.
Okay. Lucy, were there any questions you wanted to ask of Heckin before the Zone of Truth ends?
Lucy would smile and ask her what her favorite book in the library was.
Oh, damn you.
well, I cut out what at? What'd you
He
say?
had it coming. What was her favorite book in the library was the question, by the way.
Firstly, thank you so much for letting me read your library and for collecting it and for funding the arts. That's very noble. Well, she's clearly racking her brain trying to think of the favorite.
I will give
I have
you
to
10
say,
titles here because I have them.
Ravished in the Vampire's Tower.
Ravish in the Vampire's Tower. Awesome. Cool.
Lucy's gonna nod and be like, it's a very good choice. Listen, she doesn't have any serious questions.
All right, thanks for the retcon.
Okay. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and send you 10 more titles that you can use here, Heckin, for future use if you want them.
And of course we need to know if there's anything that Heckin is working on about the Friday Night Lights.
I'm not going to discuss that. We're going to let him keep that to himself.
There's a children's book called Big Gur.
Bigger. Awesome.
I need
that.
it.
About when Gur got polymorphed and
Oh my god.
and enlarged.
When
You
Guru was
need
swole.
it?
Oh my god. That's amazing.
Alright, since we're back here and done with our discussion and timey-wimey wobbly stuff.
Okay, then Heckin probably wouldn't have asked too much about. Are we sure you want to do it? She's in.
Okay.
Speaking of I'm in, I'm gonna go check on the dress that I was helping create the other day
Okay.
and make
That
sure
dress
it is
is done.
all ready.
Yep. You and or not you, but you and Ayla Taylor managed to get most of
I
it
was
done,
at Ayla.
and Ayla will
Yeah.
have finished it in your absence.
Yep, I was just making sure everything was done, all that good stuff. Double,
Yeah.
double check in, make it.
I will say this about the dress: Neve has had some input into the dress.
Oh god.
What?
I would assume
What
that
was
they did
that?
their
I'm
first,
sorry?
right?
Yeah. The dress is now exotic. Would be a good word.
How
I
many?
would
how
have
many
consistently
planets
just rolled my eyes as she gave her input, as long as Ale?
Ayla.
What was the other girl's name? Ayla. As long as Ayla approved, I would just roll my eyes and keep helping.
Ayla will
Thing is-
not approve of all the changes, but Neve is going to, whenever you guys' eyes are turned or look away, the seam ripper might come out in a couple places in order to make sure that there's enough leg showing.
Okay, so scale of 1 to 10, how spiced is it?
Probably an
Chili
8.
peppers.
Yeah, probably an 8 out of
that's
10 jalapenos.
Whoa! Oh my. That is spicy.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 jalapenos. We're not going full-on bedroom scene. We're not going to fade to black on the wedding dress.
By putting on the dress, you have faded to black.
Right, which can happen.
There's just this zone of darkness around her because in Eric's campaign, it just fades to black.
It's just the sensor bar walking down the road.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, absolutely can happen. All right, so what do you guys want to do this morning?
What do we want to go to?
So I was gonna sort of just like lay on one of the couches. Her wings are folded behind her.
Homework. Tyrannus is going to run off and do his homework.
Okay.
Oh right, I was working on.
Lucy
I'm
just
gonna
gonna put her
re-roll
fancy
that.
dress back on.
Okay.
Okay, 16. So I used my inspiration for that, by the way, Eric. So you'll have to remove the marker.
All right. So we will uncheck that for the Tyro. Awesome.
Alright, I'm gonna try to work with my jeweler's kit again, since Lucy was kind enough to fix it for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was sleight of hand, right?
Yes, sir.
Damn it.
Oop.
It doesn't break. You just didn't progress.
Suck.
Yep. Yeah, no, my sleight of hand is atrocious and is never changing.
Yeah.
But all of the tools apparently require sleight of hand.
Because they're tools. Yeah. All right. Cool. So you guys are able to spend the day here making plans for a wedding and a funeral.
So what did Tyrannus get from the book of
Was this the same? I thought you were describing the previous spell. No?
No, Tyrannus. Well, Tyrannus is going to do his homework first off. Okay, hang on. Let me ask then. If it's the whole day, Tyrannus is just going to actually do that. He's going to do his homework. He wants to do both his homework for the hour and the remove curse into the spell book. Is it possible to do that, or is
No,
it?
you gotta pick either put remove curse into the spell book or do new research.
Okay, let's put the remove curse into the spell book then.
Okay.
And that 16 should be good then.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yep, because it's 10 plus a spell level.
Correct.
Awesome. And Tyrannus is going to spend 6 hours doing that.
Yep.
Great. It hurt my head.
Awesome.
Anybody else?
No, Lucy's just being Lucy. Oh, you know what? Lucy's telling Rana all about the guys at the Buff Puff.
He's familiar. He was very familiar, and
She doesn't care. She's still telling him.
Still telling him. He's going to be politely nodding while preparing lunch for you guys.
He's the best.
Oh. Actually, I gotta. Wait. Sorry, Serena, you
Hey,
first. You first.
Lou? As Matilda comes clanking around the corner. So, I don't exactly want to go into this unarmored, with no gear or anything, but this isn't exactly wedding attire. Do you know if there's anywhere, or if you've got a spell or something? I don't know if you can do that. To maybe hide all of this with an illusion, maybe?
Again, seeming to do that.
Well, we have somebody that we can talk to that can do seeming, but I'd rather not.
Hey, Nate, can you take care of a demon?
I don't think I have a spell for that.
So, as a quick interjection,
Yes.
I thought the plan was we weren't gonna be there for the wedding / the assassination part. I thought we were gonna get our signatures and kind of continue on our way because the other group needed to do stuff.
That's up to you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could probably do that. Plus, if anything, it'd make us seem a little more innocent because, like, what? We wanted to have Nafim alive. He's dead? Oh no.
God.
Sounds good and convincing.
No,
Lucy-
Tyranius is not the convincing person.
Lucy's
Sorry.
gonna kind of shrug and say, "Dead, alive." I mean, you guys came with me last time, and we have to go there to get the signature. Like, we have to be the ones to bring Neve. We don't necessarily have to be dressed up for the wedding.
Yeah.
And really, we don't really need to stay for the recommendations if I swipe his seal. I can always forge them. So I don't think that your armor's gonna be a problem. What do you think, Rana?
I don't think the armor's a problem at all. I think she looks good in it.
Yeah, I've got a question. Why wouldn't you
Thanks.
wear that? Why wouldn't you wear it? How much did that armor cost?
A lot.
Right. And so, technically speaking, that's the most expensive thing that you're wearing. I mean, ceremonial armor. It just needs
That's
to be
not
polished.
exactly ceremonial, but yes. I
Bullshit.
understand.
You got it at Charnellan's. It's ceremonial.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And Rana,
For the
you-
ceremony
Rana
of people's
polished it.
death.
It's a one-stop shop. You know, just splash some white, just splash some, black on it if you're going to a funeral.
We can put some flowers in it if you want.
Girls
Okay,
cooking.
that sounds good. Yeah.
We could.
And Neve is
Paint
very
it.
excited about this.
Yeah. What color?
We have a embellisher who's quite the great illustrator. Are you familiar with them?
No.
Do they embellish a lot?
Get out.
Yes,
God,
it is the Great Andalusian. Are you familiar with the Great Andalusian?
No,
Wait,
I'm
wait.
afraid not.
Delusion?
I will put
Andalusian.
his name in chat here.
I'm wondering if this guy is a horse out of character.
That'd be amazing, actually.
Yeah.
But how would he drive with wheels?
It is!
The Great Andalusian.
Hang on, Andalusian is a type of horse. Oh dear God, I
No.
gotta see this guy.
No.
It is.
He's a bit odd. You see, he's not exactly sociable. You understand?
Oh, I see. Oh, well then it might, just maybe a flower or two in the just pinned to the cloak might be worthwhile.
He looks at
I don't wanna
you and looks at
overthink.
Lucy. A pin to the
Le-
cloak, she
Yeah,
says.
like a boutonniere, but I don't have any pockets.
A boot,
I
down.
believe you underestimate the Great Andalusian.
Well, I don't want to bother anybody that's antisocial.
Well, he's
But
a great
I
artist.
do.
Get it?
Matilda, it's gonna be so good. Let's go do it. And we'll add
Right,
flowers.
Only if we
Maybe
have
we can
time.
paint some flowers.
Only if we're not going to delay anything else. We really need to get working on this job. We've delayed 2 days by going and doing the sleep study.
That was
The
part of the
longer we
job.
wait,
Expect
the
us
more
to sleep for
likely
2
our target
days.
is to not be in that library.
Okay.
So,
If it's quick, we'll do it.
okay. So you guys can go and visit the Vidalcan man known as the Great Andalusian.
The Vidalcan.
Okay.
Yep. He's a blue-skinned individual. and he specializes in flowers and nature scenes, and he will embellish your armor to a extreme degree for as long as you will allow him. How much time will you dedicate to the Great Illusion, making your armor look fancy?
I will hand him just the pauldrons. And let's see. I don't know. Looking over at Lou. Lou, how much time do we have?
As much time as you'd like. I'm not, it's an hour, 2 hours,
Two? Two sounds good.
two.
Two. Just something simple.
The Great Illusion will look at you. Simple is for the weak and the weak-minded. We must create a masterpiece to accentuate the beauty that you are.
Oh God.
He gets
Andy
it.
Warhol.
Matilda's going to nod and agree because this person seems crazy.
All right.
So is Tyronian. You don't agree with him.
Right. So, as the blue Andalusian finishes the artwork for you, your entire suit of armor is now embellished on the edges, just on the trim where the rolled edges are. All of that has little flowers and little birds and little chickens and various little falcons.
Oh, I love the little
Oh,
chickens.
chickens.
And all of the
They're my
chickens are blue Andalusians.
I love them all. The chickens are my favorite.
Lucy is very excited that Matilda's excited.
How did he know that that was on my family crest?
Did you ask that while you're still there?
Yeah, she's not exactly quiet, but she is like looking at Lou. It's like, how did he know?
He goes,
He's the great
everyone
Andalusian.
knows about Matilda of Grindavik. She great famous athlete. Everyone knows.
Well, thank you very much.
Of
How
course,
much do I
of
owe
course.
you?
2 autographs and 500 gold.
Lucy's gonna pay half of it.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Lucy.
So,
Of course.
Matilda, you now have to draw chicken armor.
Oh no! What a what a travesty!
I got
But-
homework.
The
Congratulations.
consequences of my
Oh,
actions.
no.
Whatever will she do?
All right.
I lost
exactly
gold
what I
and
wanted.
gained homework.
Yeah, so it's just a suit of armor with little trim of, nature scenes on the rolled edges.
Adorable.
Cool. All right. So, as you guys prepare for this wedding to go off, Neve is going to come out dressed to the nines, ready to go. Well, yes?
I was gonna say, can I do one thing? If
One
Tyrannus
thing?
didn't actually prepare one thing, Tyrannus didn't prepare his spells today as soon as he got up.
Okay.
You
Can he
had
prepare them
hours
as
while
soon
we were
as-
painting.
Can he you prepare remove curse now and
Sure.
cast it on himself and see what happens?
You're going to cast
You have to,
Remove Curse on yourself.
Yeah, because technically, like the way it works is that, you prepare your spells each morning, but he didn't prepare his spells. He's just got what he had from last time.
Right?
He's copied the spell into his book, and then he's going to, and I want to have him then prepare the spell as if it was the start of the day to change the spells that he has to include it, if you allow it. That's what I'm asking before we do this.
Okay. So, as you go to remove the curse, Tyro,
Yeah.
I need you to roll a charisma check across the top. As the curse is going to resist the straight removal. And you are shooting for a 19 on this.
Damn it, I don't have inspiration.
Right? So, Tyronius, you are unable to remove the curse that is on you at the moment.
But I do know that there is one.
Yes, I will grant you that.
Okay. Cool.
Of some
Are you
kind.
doing this in view of
Yes.
people or in private?
Oh yeah, no, Tyronius is like stepped out of the bedroom and at least into he's gonna be asking Rana, hey, what's the least expensive room to be in if something blows up?
Renariel is going to look at you. The out room. Outside. No blowing up the mansion, please. It was hard
Okay.
enough to clean up a fruit salad.
Fruit salad, yeah.
Fair. So Tyronius is going to be doing it outside, making sure no one is around. So you might have seen him walking around, if you want.
Okay. Heckin, you would have seen him
I'm-
uncomfortably walking around.
Okay, I'm not going to follow him to an outhouse.
Okay.
No, not the outhouse, just outside.
Would-
Like
heard
literally the
outframe.
backyard.
Nope. Not going to follow him outside. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, what's the next plan? You guys want to go and visit Nafis?
What time is it?
Can we hand wave over buying some fire resist potions?
Sure. You can hand wave over buying the fire resist potions. Go
How much
ahead and
are they?
purchase them.
How much are they?
Potions of fire
5.
resistance, I believe, are 500 gold. I'm double checking.
Only?
Just,
Shit, I'll get in on
So
that.
they-
300 gold.
300. Yeah, everybody buy one. There's like a 0.1% chance this guy does not have the feat that lets him pretend fire resistance is fake, but we should still have them.
Okay.
Okay.
He might have friends or fireplaces.
Yep.
Fire elementals.
So a what of fire resistance?
Potion
of
of
fire
fire
resistance.
resistance. Yeah.
300 gold.
Lucy will not be buying.
You know,
them.
and you know someone's going to
Okay.
You know, he gets the sweats whenever 3 like what do you call it? 3 chromatic red dragonborn just show up.
All right, guys.
If you
Yes,
don't
sir.
buy one, Lucy, I would offer to buy you one.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I appreciate it though. Thank you.
All
You are
right.
a gentleman and a scholar.
He's both,
True.
actually. Yeah.
For once, true.
Tyranius is going to be removing Fireball, by the way.
All right. So, as you guys prepare to assault the fire mage known as Nafis, we'll pick that up next week for the
Assault of the
Friday
Power
Night
Lord.
Lights. I hope you guys are enjoying this, and I do need you guys to do this wonderful thing called leveling up. Because, yes, the sleep study did get you the milestone you needed.
Oh, I'm so
So-
happy I'm an asshole.
All right,
That's why you
guys.
said no comment.
Yep, I had a feeling.
So,
And I rolled a 7 on my hit die.
we will pick this up next week for the Friday Night Lights. As always, guys, thank you so much for choosing me to be your GM. There's a ton of amazing ones out there, and I'm always thankful you choose me to be yours. Do watch the FYI channel in Discord. Check out the Patreon over at patreon.com/GMEric. Got a lot of fun stuff coming up on there. We also have that one shot with Nerd Holla. If you have not picked up your ticket, go pick those up. There's 2 of those left, and they are going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be a fun, lighthearted one shot. It's going to be a good time. Nerd Holla went ahead and made her character already, so if you want to talk to her about that, go ahead and discuss with her. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful week. Please stay safe. Check out the GM tips over the GM tips over on YouTube. If you do see those, do hit the thumbs up. It does help me out a ton. Otherwise, guys, have a wonderful night. Please stay safe, and we'll be back tomorrow morning with Us Against the Gods as they work on getting 12 letters of recommendation.
Holy.
Because they're not trying to gain access to the Grand Library, they're trying to see the Sultan.
Oh.
Take care, everybody. Be safe.